Beautiful. That's what Deuteronomy 20 says. Sorry, 20 to 22. It says that if a prophet comes and speaks or presumes to speak in the name of the Lord and this thing does not come to pass, this person has spoken presumptuously, do not believe him. Okay? Right. So the Bible makes it clear.
In that case, they will be proclaiming it's coming from God, right?
They're claiming that it's coming from God, it's false, and then it doesn't pass. Okay?
Right.
But if it's true, then it does come from him.
Right.
Okay?
So you think that Muhammad is... I'm just trying to figure out what you're getting at.
Yeah.
You're jumping to places.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm really not. I haven't even started the actual argument yet.
You went to Isaiah 21 and I thought that was going somewhere. Now
we are going to Isaiah. No. Deuteronomy 18 is the criteria for what it means to be a true prophet. Okay? In that criteria, I'm not talking about Deuteronomy 18:18 and the prophet like Moses. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm talking about the end part. Okay? We're sticking to Isaiah 21. Now, listen. We understand what prophecy is, yes? So prophecy, we can understand that it's true and it's going to still be preserved because of the fact of its fulfillment. Nobody else is going to be able to make true prophecy. Okay? We still believe, our position doesn't change in terms of that. Part of the scripture is corrupted. When we see prophecies being fulfilled, we can acknowledge that this is going to be something which is true because of its fulfillment. Okay? It's very simple.
So again, the criteria given is that it has to be in the name of God. So
is Isaiah not in the name of God?
I can prophesy anything and it turns...
Isaiah in the name of God?
Sorry.
But
if I am doing the same God, then it's not actually a true prophecy.
Is Isaiah prophesying in the name of your God? Is Isaiah prophesying in the name of your God? Okay, beautiful. So we're talking about your God right now, yeah? And your scripture. Beautiful. So if it's the case, Isaiah talks about Islam, the coming of Islam and its destruction of these temples and all of these different things done in the name of God, then Isaiah would be prophesying about it, yes?
What's the scholarly consensus about that?
I'm going to get to it. That's not the topic right now. I want to know if you're going to accept that Isaiah prophesied about Islam.
Okay.
So let's just go through it.
About why the people think this is a prophecy.
Oh, beautiful. No. It's not about Muhammad. Or there actually is people that do believe it's about Muhammad, by the way. There is Jews. No, it is. There's Jews that believe that it's about the Ishmaelites. Can I finish? You said you're ignorant, so let me educate you. Okay? So, yeah, no, I got you. I could bring up the Jewish scholars for you right now, the rabbis and everything. Okay? Now.
No, I mean consensus.
Oh my God. Let me finish, okay? Yeah. So many of them say that this is in reference to the Ishmaelites because, and it's due to the fact that they're the ones who have to precede the Messiah coming forth, okay? The whole point of this is that they believe that this is in reference to two falls of Babylon, okay? Now, I'm going to argue that this is about Muhammad, peace be upon him, and I'm going to show you why the Christian narrative is not going to work because you also believe that this is about the Messiah according to the book of Revelation. That the Messiah is going to return and there's going to be a fall of Babylon and so on, yes? Correct? Do you think that Babylon is like a spiritual place or do you think it's a real place, by the way? Because I've had some funky answers. I just want to make sure.
Like I said, I'm not the best person to speak on about this.
So we can just go through it.
What I want you to know, from preferably people with no religious battle whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
They have no opinion on this.
Yeah.
They're agnostic.
Yes.
When they read
I'm going to refute it for you.
When they read Isaiah 21,
yes.
Do they think it's in reference to Muhammad?
So the Jews, generally speaking, they don't. I'm not going to lie to you about it, right? Okay, right. They generally speaking don't believe it's about him. I'm getting to it.
So
okay.
Not just like Jews, but like.
No, I mean, when I talk about these things, I don't really care about Western scholarship or anything. I'm talking to you about the traditions.
I'm talking about any scholarship. It doesn't have to be like Western.
Yes, I'm talking to you about the traditions.
You could do anything.
Sure. I'm talking about the traditional understanding of those chapters and verses, okay?
Because my own understanding would be that scholars aren't going to tell me that this is Muhammad.
I could pull up for you scholars that will say that, like rabbis and such. I can't pull up for you.
It's not going to be this is about.
Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to bring you their understanding of it, and I'm going to refute it for you. Okay, and I'm going to refute the Christian one as well, and show you that the only perspective you're left with is the Islamic one.
The issue I'm going to have with this is you're going to read an Islamic interpretation.
No. I'm going to go through it verse by verse with you.
Most people who study this reject that view.
Oh my God! So do you want me to pull up a summary for you?
I got you. On the fact that most people who study this for a living don't believe you're correct.
Look, I'm going to make it very easy for you. I want you to open your phone. Chris, you already said you don't know about it. It's fine.
And I stand.
You already said you don't know about it. It's fine. What I want you to do now, pull out your phone, open up ChatGPT. I want you just generally, I want you to open it up and say, yes.
Not particularly.
Bro, stop. Open it up, okay. Ask it, what is the general understanding of this passage of the fall of Babylon? Okay, pull it up right now, open it, read it. I'm telling you, you don't know the passage. I already know the passage.
I just said to you, here's
Okay, so I'm just gonna start. He wants to play games. I'm gonna debate myself at this point. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I'm gonna just get into the prophecy, bro. I'm gonna get into the prophecy, bro.
But ChatGPT will
No
tell
problem.
me,
You said you need to be educated on. I got you. So in Isaiah, no problem.
Not
In
ChatGPT.
Isaiah, I got you, brother. I got you. So I'm just gonna go verse by verse from the
Times of
rabbis,
Israel
okay?
or whatever.
No. I got you from
want
Sepharian.
scholarship.
I got you. Hold on. Let me get you the
You've been
website.
studying this all this time, Chris. You don't know Isaiah 21?
Only Islamic dilemma, bro.
Man,
I got
focus
you.
on the Islamic dilemma. Hey, but
No, he doesn't know the Bible. It's okay. He doesn't know the Bible. It's fine.
You got to write a book about that one too. After
I got you. I got you. Yeah, you don't know about the Bible.
Isaiah 21, bro. You
Well, I
got
don't make
All
no
right.
points like that. That's
So
easy.
let's just go verse by verse, okay? So Isaiah 21, it starts the desert of the sea pronouncement, like the gales that rip through the Negev. It comes from the desert. Actually, I don't like this translation. Hold on. Let me get you the simple English one. Isaiah 21. All right. Where's Bible Hub? Because we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that one for Chris. All right. So the chapter starts off, it says, Babylon is fallen. It says, this is the burden against the desert by the sea. Like whirlwind sweeping through the Negev, an invader comes from the desert, from a land of terror. A dire vision is declared to me. The traitor still betrays. And the destroyer still destroys. Go up, O Elam, lay siege, O Media. I will put an end to all her groaning. So God is essentially saying to these different neighboring nations, I'm going to be the one to bring an end to Babylon using these nations, okay? Therefore, my body is filled with anguish. Pain grips me like the pains of a woman in labor. I am bewildered to hear. I am dismayed to see. My heart falters. Fear makes me tremble, etc., etc. Okay? This is where the actual prophecy starts. So it says, for this is what the Lord says to me. Go post a lookout and have him report what he sees. When he sees chariots with teams of horsemen, riders on donkeys, riders on camels, he must be alert, fully alert. So from verse 6, it's talking about a watchman who posts a lookout. And what the Jewish rabbis, they interpret this as being Habakkuk. And they link it to Habakkuk chapter 2, where he is the watchman who is posted as a lookout in regards to prophecy. Now, it continues, like I said, I'm going to get back to verse 7 as well, because that one's very important. So it says, then the lookout shouted, day after day, my Lord, I stand on the watchtower night after night. I stay at my post. Look, here come the riders, horsemen in pairs. And one answered, saying, fallen, fallen is Babylon. So 2 falls, remember that. All the images of her gods lie shattered on the ground. Okay? Well, actually, I got to show you the 4 individuals, because you're not going to see it from the actual translations, but it's
Where
okay.
you're going with this.
Because you don't know the prophecy. That's why I'm getting to
You're
it.
just telling me things.
That's why I'm getting to it. You said you don't know about it, so I have to educate you on
Tell me
it.
the brief idea, and then I can follow you with it.
Okay, the
Don't
brief idea, I already told
read
you.
stuff at me and be like,
I just
what
read the
is that?
Bible.
Yeah, but like, okay, I'll read 1 Corinthians. Let's do it.
We're talking about a prophecy. What are you talking about?
No, well, my point
Is
is
1
that
Corinthians a prophecy?
If you're going to make an argument that something is a prophecy, please explain how you understand it. to be a
The title of the thing is a prophecy against Babylon.
What I'm saying is, you need to explain what you're arguing.
I already
Because
did.
I don't think anyone knows what you're getting at.
I
here.
told you
You
it
said
prophesies
something
about 2 falls of
2
Babylon.
falls about. Okay, what's that got? Okay, what does that say?
Historically speaking, there
You
was
haven't
2
said.
falls of
You
Babylon.
haven't said.
Yes, I did.
You didn't. You
Historically
just said there were
speaking,
2.
what we know is that there are 2 falls of Babylon that occur. Okay, one of them occurs during the time of Cyrus and Darius. That's during Isaiah's time and so on.
It's
Okay,
actually, what's that got to do?
This is the prophecy. I'm getting to
okay,
it.
okay, wait, you're saying that it's
This
not saying
is-
that it will fall. That is it.
They're going to take over Babylon.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the prophecy. Okay, that's
Yes,
the prophecy in
yes,
particular, right.
okay.
Not that it's 2 times, or is that?
No, that is important. That's
Okay,
part of the
right,
prophecy.
right. So it's
Okay.
specifically the
So,
time. All right, okay.
what we see in Isaiah chapter 21, verse 7, if you go to Bible Hub and you click on the interlinear, well, you'll actually this is not in the plural. So what we see in the translations, it puts the horsemen as in a plural, so meaning a conglomerate of horsemen, a conglomerate of horse riders, and a conglomerate of camel riders. Yeah, when we actually look at the Hebrew, it has all of these in the singular minus the pair of horsemen, because a pair is 2. So we'll have it obviously in the plural, or the dual plural. So what we see is that it's 2 horsemen, 1 donkey rider, and 1 camel rider. Now, historically speaking, according to the Jews and the Christians, Cyrus and Darius are representative of the 2 horse riders. Then the donkey rider is representative of the Messiah, and they link this to Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9, where it talks about, see our king, he comes lowly to us, riding on the foal of a donkey, and so on. Then we have the camel rider, and many more modern, I will say, more modern Jews will say that this is in reference to the Ishmaelites and the Arabs, representative of the desert, as it states in the prophecy. Okay, so what we have is these four individuals, okay? We don't know who the camera writer is. I'm going to leave that to you to interpret at the end, okay? Or for the audience as well. Now, the Cyrus and Darius, we know historically speaking, according to the Cyrus cylinders, right, that they went into Babylon during the 500s and so in the BCE, and they take over Babylon, okay? Now here's the problem. In that same passage, it says that all the images of Babylon's gods lie shattered on the ground, okay? And here's the problem. Cyrus, when he goes into Babylon, he starts worshiping those idols according to the Cyrus cylinders, which we date back to his time period specifically. So obviously the idols are not destroyed by Cyrus in his time period. When Darius comes into the picture, Darius is not, he's not taking over Babylon from Cyrus. What do you mean, sorry? Well, how does he know what, sorry?
So wait, you said he didn't destroy it.
No, the Cyrus cylinder says that he prayed to their idols.
Hang on, you said, I'm confused.
I'm gonna pull it up for you. Cylinder, okay. 1 second, let me pull it up for you. It's better actually if we read it, so it's fun.
Okay, so Cyrus came in and destroyed Babylon, right?
And then he gave praise to their idols.
Okay, and that's important because...
Because in that passage in Isaiah, it says all the images of its gods lie shattered on the ground, meaning the idols have to be destroyed. Okay. So this is referring to the... Yeah, it didn't happen during Cyrus's time.
So but you're interpreting that to be, in order for it to be that, to be...
The idols have to be gone.
Right.
Idolatry has to be gone in the land. And as well as the fact that this is only the first fall. I'll tell you why, because there's two falls. According to both Jews and Christians, it's supposed to be two falls. So either way, it's not going to be fulfilled during Cyrus's time. I'm just making the point even clearer, okay? Okay. Here, and I'll show you that he also worships these idols and stuff. So here it says Cyrus's prayer. May all the gods whom I settled in their sacred centers ask daily of Bel and Nabu that my days be long, and may they intercede for my welfare. May they say to Marduk, my lord, as for Cyrus, the king who reveres you, and Cambyses his son. Okay, so it makes it very clear, historically speaking, Cyrus did not, condemn idolatry or anything of the sort, and this is only referring to the first fall. Now, when it comes to the second, that's fine. You don't know, it's fine. I mean, that's what you said. That's why I'm telling you about it. What's the stretch? This is the way that it's interpreted by the Jews.
So he did go in and conquer it.
He conquered Babylon, but he didn't destroy the idolatry from the land.
This is the thing. The prophecies, you can't just be like, okay, let's take a hyper-literal view of something and say that this is definitively how it's meant to be.
Brother, either way, even if he didn't destroy them, this is only the first fall.
What I'm saying is, well, I assume this is important somewhere, right? Which is why you're bringing it up.
Yeah, I'm going to show you why it's important later.
It is important, right? So what I'm saying is, just because you have a view among some rabbinic Jews, for example,
it's Jews and Christians. It's Jews and Christians.
Is it unified? Is this all?
Yes.
Regarding this exact.
Yes, regarding this, yes. I'll show you.
Complete unity, man. You rarely see that these days.
Well, what do you mean by complete unity? I'm talking about majority position. Is that these things have to be destroyed?
Okay. So there are actually other positions than this.
Yeah, random people that think that Babylon is spiritual. If you want me to go on TikTok, open up my TikTok. There's a guy that thinks that Babylon's America.
No one is convinced by
what the heck?
No one's convinced by your argument.
No one. Yeah. So, do you think Babylon is America, sir?
No one in scholarship.
Do you think Babylon's America?
Isaiah 21.
This is why.
Have anything to do with Muhammad? No, nothing to do.
No, that's not true. I already told you that there is.
Okay, let's talk to Nikolai Sinai, Gabriel Said Reynolds, Stephen Shoemaker. Think of any scholar that isn't already a Muslim and ask him if...
Yeah, I got you. I'll show you Jews. I'll give you Jews. Do you want Jews?
No, what scholarship?
Yes, Jewish scholars. They're Jewish rabbis say it is.
With Jews? Look,
because they're the ones who gave you your text. Hey bro, imagine I give you a book and you say, I don't care what you have to say about the book, just listen to it. I'm just going to read what it says. I don't care about your understanding of it though. You're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. No, you are. Oh my god. So why am I gonna take what you're saying? Why am I gonna take yours? Why can't I take the Jewish scholars?
Do you accept scholarship from non-Jews?
Can I take the Jewish scholars?
Yes. Can you?
Beautiful. Do I have to take your scholars?
Can you take?
Do I have to take them? Do I have to take them? Do I have to?
You don't have to.
Beautiful, so I don't care about them. So I don't care about them. If I can show you that other people interpret it this way. Hey bro, listen, sit down. There's a stool right there. Just sit down. You said you don't know about the story.
Left, right, and center.
Where's the blunder?
The blunder is you
oh my god, this is going to be hilarious on my page, bro.
Scholarship rejects what she's saying. I want her to explain what that is.
Can you show me? What scholarship rejects it? Show me.
Easy. Every single scholar.
Show me. No, every single scholar. Show me a scholar that rejects it.
Very simple.
Show me.
Very simple.
You guys push back just a little bit?
Show me the scholars. Yeah. Give me a name.
Every single scholar.
Give me it. Give me a scholar that rejects what I'm saying about the two falls of Babylon.
Every single scholar who studies Isaiah, who is an expert in Isaiah, who is not already a Muslim, who doesn't believe in Muhammad, does not believe Isaiah 21 is a prophecy about Muhammad.
Beautiful. Okay, if I show you Jews that do say it is, then they do believe
Do you
it.
accept what I just said?
Sure, I believe that there are scholars.
Thank you.
I believe scholars don't believe it is because they don't have the proper understanding of it, and I'm going to refute for you.
So the
that.
experts don't have the understanding of it, but you do.
Yes, because I'm going to refute their understanding of it. That's the whole
wait,
point.
the consensus about people who study it for a living are wrong.
You think the scholars are sitting there interpreting Isaiah 21 for every single time? This is ridiculous. So anyway, let's get back to it. Look, yo, can somebody pull him the stool? Class is in session. Put him the stool right there. Get him the stool so he can sit down. Look. The stool's right there. Hey, brother. Doesn't give you what? I literally asked you if I could pull up the scholars that I'm appealing to.
Which is
Okay, I got you.
exclusively Jews, apparently.
Yes, because they're the ones who gave us this text. Do they not hold the tradition coming from Moses? Is that not what you were arguing with me earlier?
People can study Isaiah and not
Guys,
be Jewish.
he argued with me earlier. He argued with me earlier about the Jews and their oral traditions, and now all of a sudden he doesn't care about the Jews and their oral traditions. Ridiculous.
She's doing great.
Okay, beautiful.
One of the best. One of the best. She has a few points, but
I got
she
you.
can improve.
Let it be in, bro. That's fine. We're just
Mate,
spicing it up.
they gotta jump in.
We're spicing it up, man. It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry.
It's actually, most scholars and
brother.
experts don't believe you.
I got you.
Right? So you need
Okay,
overwhelming evidence.
so this appeal to authority. I'm speaking.
Overwhelming evidence.
This appeal
You
to
have
authority.
overwhelming
Look. This appeal to authority is going to get absolutely obliterated. I'm going to show him why his scholars have the wrong interpretation. He doesn't want to even deal with the rest of the prophecy.
first of all, an appeal to
Notice I
authority.
haven't even gotten to Muhammad, peace be upon him yet, by the way. I only spoke about the first
What you're
person.
saying makes no sense.
I only spoke about the first
An
person.
appeal to authority is fine as long as it's a valid authority.
Okay.
Is it fair for me to appeal to scholars of the Book of Isaiah?
So can you bring me a scholar who says other than what I'm saying right now? Can you bring me somebody who says that? Bring it.
With what you're
So
saying.
bring it. Bring the scholars
you
that
telling-
disagree with what I'm saying right now. Go ahead. I haven't spoken about Muhammad, peace be upon him
You have
yet.
agreed with me. The consensus is they don't agree.
I never
with
said
you.
consensus. I said
Wait,
that there are
wait,
some who
wait,
don't.
wait,
But now
wait,
pay
wait,
attention.
wait.
Oh my God.
Are you saying
Yo,
the
this is getting
consensus is
ridiculous
they
now.
do
I can't
agree
even
with
get
you?
to the actual
There's a
prophecy.
consensus they do agree with you.
I never said it's consensus or not consensus. You're adding that right now.
One or the other, right? Either the majority do or the majority don't. So which way is
Can it be 50-50? Sure.
50-50?
Now, get to the
An
actual
equal number
argument.
of scholars both think that Isaiah 22
Yo,
is
this is
about
actually
Muhammad
so
and
sad.
don't think it's about Muhammad.
This is actually so sad. Guys, he said he has no idea about this prophecy in the Bible. He had nothing to
I'm
do with it
appealing to
whatsoever.
scholarship.
What scholars?
Nothing.
What? Where are the
You've already
scholars?
admitted on
Where are the
camera, You've
scholars?
already admitted that most scholars do not accept this.
Okay, can you bring me one?
Name one?
Why do I need to?
Because you're saying that they do.
Do you reject what I'm saying?
Can I bring my scholar that says it?
Do you reject what I'm saying?
I don't reject what you're
I
saying.
answered her question.
Now, do you agree that there are scholars that do?
What I'm saying.
Oh my God.
So she does agree with me.
I
that the majority
already
consensus
said this
does not
from the
hold her
beginning.
view and thinks that Isaiah 21 is not a prophecy
Beautiful.
about Muhammad.
Now, notice what I said from the
This
beginning. I said from the beginning that I'm going to refute the Jewish and Christian understanding. Is that not what I said, guys? Is that not what I said, everybody? I said that I'm going to refute the Jewish and Christian understanding. So I already acknowledge that they have a different one.
Topic, dude.
No, I'm
Of
saying,
course he
I'm
does
saying,
it. Of course he does
I'm not
it.
an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm an expert in this.
I know, so you should
I wrote a book
and then
about
sit
it.
on the stool and let me
Expert in this
educate you
topic.
on
Chris,
it.
you
But
don't have to
are
look
you
into
an
it.
expert in this topic?
Absolutely. I
You're
can
an
bring me
expert.
any Jew or Christian, I'll
She's
refute
an
them on it.
expert in Isaiah.
Guys, clearly he doesn't know about prophecies.
Do you know Hebrew?
Any Jew or Christian that wants
Do you
to
know
come from
Hebrew?
the audience and wants to talk about it, on this passage I do.
Now she doesn't want to talk to me.
On
You
this
know
passage I
Hebrew?
do.
You know Hebrew?
On this passage I do.
Okay, can you tell me the Hebrew letters of the alphabet?
I said on this passage, brother.
Yeah, which includes Hebrew
Okay,
letters
so
from
it
the
says
alphabet.
kahumar. Kahumar. It says kahumar is in the singular.
Book of Isaiah to an
my
expert
God.
level, which is what you've said.
You want me to just talk to the cameras? You don't want to actually engage with the
actually the way
prophecy.
you win.
You said you don't.
You humble yourself.
I humble myself that he's appealing to a non-existent scholar.
You already said that
Just
most
let me
scholars agree
finish.
with me.
Okay,
It's
so
not a
let me
prophecy about
finish.
Muhammad.
So let me finish. I said that from the
I think
beginning.
you are
That's not a
finished, really.
blunder.
I mean, do you have more to say? Like,
Okay, from the beginning, I said Jews and Christians interpret it in a specific way, and I'm going to show him why their interpretation is wrong. So can we continue now?
well, I mean,
Can we continue?
Are you going to have
Can we
overwhelming
engage?
evidence for this prophecy?
Yes, I am. Can we
What?
engage?
So, overwhelming evidence.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
beautiful.
go on.
So the
Continue.
first part we already completed. Cyrus and Darius is referring to Media and Persia, according to Daniel 6. Okay, so we continue on and we see that Media and Persia don't actually destroy Babylon nor its idols or anything of the sort. They simply overtake it. Okay, now
That seems sketchy. That seems sketchy. Wait, so what is
Oh my
destroying
God.
them? So if I go into a city and like burn
Yes, they
everything,
take over
but there's
it.
still technically a few things.
It's not just a few things. They believe and they worship the idols that are there. So they're not the fulfillment
if I
of it.
destroy entire buildings, I raise the buildings, I kill all the cattle,
Chris.
but there's still some idols there.
Chris, that's fine. That's fine because there's 2 falls, bro. This is only the first fall.
Wait, you
okay.
need both, don't you?
Yeah, so I'm getting to the second one now.
Yeah,
okay.
you need both.
I know. There has to be 2. The first one, it didn't complete the prophecy.
Wait, Tachi, if you're telling me there are 2 falls,
yes,
and that's the prophecy,
yes,
and I've already shown you the first one isn't correct according to what you said.
So you don't think it's a fall? It's not a fall of Babylon?
What I'm saying is you have a
Did Cyrus take over Babylon or not? Did Cyrus?
You gave 2 different
and historically.
You said they overran it, but then you were like, oh, but it wasn't destroyed because there were some idols left there.
The idols are not destroyed. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Babylon. Babylon itself is taken over. It says the fall of Babylon.
So what's the relevance of the idols?
Because the idols have to be shattered.
Oh, so that is part of the prophecy?
Yes, that's in Isaiah chapter 21, verse 9. Right. That's what the verse says.
That's my earlier critique then. So they probably did shatter idols, but they probably left some.
They didn't, because he worshipped them.
So no idols were shattered?
He worshipped the idols, and it says all of the images of its gods. It says all. It says all, sir.
We know that Scripture often uses hyperbolic language. You tell me that you have to interpret it that way?
Guys, he didn't destroy the idols. He started worshipping them, but he left a few of them just so that he could do it on the side. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
He's saying.
Yeah. The verse says all the images of its gods lie shattered on the ground, but let me keep a few for myself so I could go worship them later. Okay, it's fine. It's a random Tuesday. It's random Tuesday. It's okay.
The Quran is often hyperbolic.
Yeah.
Agree. So is the Bible in many ways.
Okay. Idols, is that godly or not godly?
In a very specific way that I don't necessarily have to agree with.
Because it's talking about God's people coming and taking over this thing. Okay.
And they probably
hence
destroyed
the reason
a lot
why.
of statues
Hence the reason why. Hence the reason why in the book of Revelation it talks about Jesus coming back and destroying these idolatrous nations. Okay. So now here's the problem. Okay. When we get to the next person, who is the donkey rider, okay? The donkey rider, as I already explained to you, and I'm sure you would agree, is going to be the Messiah. Yes? Okay, beautiful. Now the Messiah comes, we both agree that the Messiah has already come in the 1st century AD. The Jews don't accept this, right? And here's the issue that the Jews are going to have. Now we're going to get into the part where I'm refuting the Jewish position and then later the Christian one, okay? Of course it is, because you're ignorant on it. If you knew, no, I can't. I have to go through the details because you don't like details, right?
It's because I don't think you actually know how to present it.
Because prophecies are not just one-liners like Christians try to pull. Like, for example, Christians go to Psalm 22, bring the first verse and say, hey guys, this is a prophecy of Jesus, right? Sorry?
Why are you talking about Psalm 22?
I'm showing you that this is what you guys do. This is what Christians do.
Jesus quotes it, that's why.
Of course, you guys take the one line and then you say it doesn't really matter. Yes, and then you because if you continue, it actually says that he's saved. Because it says that he's saved. He doesn't die.
Is that what you interpret that?
No, of course. I can refute you on any topic when it comes to crucifixion in the Old Testament, brother. If you want, we can do a third debate. No problem. Now, let's pay attention. Hold on. No. I know you want to run away from Muhammad in the Bible. It's okay.
You were the one that
It's okay. It's okay. I was bringing an example, brother. So pay attention.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now, I know he wants to go away from Muhammad in the Bible. It's okay. Now, when it comes to this verse, the Jews the next one in line when it comes to these falls of Babylon. Remember, there's 4 individuals. We cleared the 2 horsemen, which was Cyrus and Darius. Now we have the donkey rider, which is supposed to be indicative of the Messiah, and even the Jews agree that it's referring to the Messiah as well. Now, the problem is, when Jesus came here in the 1st century, he was not a conqueror. He did not take over Babylon. He does not do anything to Babylon whatsoever. In fact, he barely the area or the vicinity that he's in, except occasionally he goes to Egypt and so on.
That he's not a conqueror. We believe he conquered
sin. Did he conquer Babylon?
He conquered sin and death.
Oh my God. Hey brother, I'm not here for the spiritual stuff, bro.
You're not here for the spiritual stuff.
Oh my God. That's why I asked you from the beginning. Oh my God. This is why I asked him. This is why I asked him if Babylon is spiritual or literal. Okay, that's why I asked you from the beginning.
What did I say?
I asked you if it's real or not. You said you don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, beautiful. So now, let me. I'm not done. I'm not. No, you can't yet. Let me finish. Let me. No, because that's prophecy is step by step. If I refute the entirety of it, if I refute the entirety of it, I'm going verse by verse. What are you talking about?
You've jumped to Psalm 22 at some random point because you wanted to bring that up.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Psalm 22 was an example to show you what Christians do when it comes to prophecies. I'm not referring it to this prophecy. Bro, track, okay? This is ridiculous at this point. You already said you don't know, so let me finish, and then you take the video later. You can take the video later, try and refute it with, IP and logic and all those guys later, okay? No problem. Now, no, it's okay, it's okay.
The man knows. He knows his stuff. He knows his Quran.
All right, bro.
So,
I don't know who that is. I don't know who he is.
I like it.
That's fine. Let me finish now.
157. Did you know? I think he was Ahmed.
Oh my God, he's going back to the Quran now because he can't deal with the actual Bible. He can't deal with the Bible prophecy anymore. This is so ridiculous, bro.
Muhammad is prophesied according to the Torah.
Hey guys, he can't deal with the actual prophecy. He has to go back to the Quran, go into the Islamic dilemma and everything of the sort. He doesn't want to go to the prophecy. Yeah, I know you don't know. You don't know.
This guy did a thing.
Hey, some of you guys, where's the guys? The ones that come to my live, I've said this prophecy to you guys before, and you guys have learned it from me on my live, correct?
At the end of it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
I can tap him in. Okay, no. Guys, look, now when we bring the details, to them, they don't want to actually talk about the details that refute their position.
Muhammad said in the Torah.
Can I finish? Can we finish on the story? You don't want to talk about Isaiah 21 anymore?
Tell me about
you don't want to talk about Isaiah 21?
But
It's Cyrus.
Cyprus?
You got me. So can you tell me about, he's meant to be prophesied, yeah? Muhammad. He's meant to be prophesied.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he
Can we
described
finish
as a
Isaiah
human
21?
prophet?
Can we finish Isaiah 21?
Is he described as a human prophet?
Absolutely. 21, he's in 28, he's in 29, he's in many of them in 28.
Can you show me where it says he's an unlettered prophet?
Oh, brother, this is ridiculous. Yeah, he already said he doesn't know. He doesn't want to actually talk about it. So let me just summarize then. Let me summarize the ending, guys. You didn't do anything. This is such a bad look on you. I can't wait to put this on TikTok,
Isaiah 21. She's an expert on
Hey guys,
Isaiah.
Isaiah 21. Let me just finish it off since he doesn't want to actually deal with the prophecy. So here's the problem. Let me finish. You already said you don't know about it, so let me finish. Now you're strawmanning because I never said Isaiah 21 says that. Okay. Now.
You literally did. You said 28.
Wallahi, I didn't. You're such a liar. You're such a liar. You said a liar. I didn't say Isaiah 21 says that.
She said 28. And said
you asked me if Muhammad is in the Bible, and I said he's in Isaiah 28. I said in 28. No, I didn't. I said in Isaiah 28 he's called the unlettered prophet.
And 21. Which is why I said he's in 21.
Oh my God.
Where is he?
Not in regards to unlettered. I already said that he's not prophesied by name in that chapter. No, I didn't. I literally told you Isaiah 21 is talking about the Ishmaelites. You're such a liar. Hey brother, nobody cares about this. It's okay.
Chris, let's do a final statement. She goes first this time, you go last.
Yeah.
Can we do times? Because I think she's going to take like 2 hours.
Well, yeah, because I didn't finish the prophecy. 5
minutes, yeah? 5 whole minutes to say whatever
I don't
you
need that
want.
one. I don't need that
Okay,
one.
just like 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes. Can we,
So
3 minutes, 3 minutes. Because someone have a...
I have it here.
I'll do the time.
What's the time?
I'll time it. Alright, hold on. Let me get the timer.
I'm just going to finish the prophecy since you would have let me in.
If you can do it in 3 minutes, I'll be very impressed.
Oh, of course.
Alright, 3 minutes.
I have this memorized, man.
Alright, here.
You definitely do.
I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what we have in the that he does not come and take over Babylon or destroy it. There's no fall of Babylon, historically speaking, in the 1st century AD. That comes from Jesus, peace be upon him, or anybody who's referenced as it says also a camel rider. This camel rider is indicative of the Arabs through many Jewish and Christian interpretations, okay? So, what we want to know is that historically speaking, what we know is that during the time of Umar and Uthman radiallahu anhu, their caliphate, they end up going into Babylon and they destroy all the idols in the land exactly how the prophecy says. Now here's the issue that the Christians are going to have to deal with. I already laid out for you the issue that the Jews are going to have to deal with is that the Messiah comes before the camel rider, which they don't know or acknowledge or know who it is at all. Now here's the issue that Christians are going to have to deal with. How is it going to be the case that Jesus is going to take over Babylon in the book of Revelation and destroy the idols if the idols are already gone in the land completely from the Muslim conquest in the 7th century of Arabia? Thank you. Go ahead. Conclusion. I think I did that in less than 3 minutes. It was about a minute and a half.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have heard from esteemed scholar and expert in Hebrew.
Better than
in
you.
the book of Isaiah, particularly on chapter 21.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not that level. But what I do know is that the Quran says in Surah 7, Ayah 157, that he is mentioned Muhammad in the Torah as a Ummi prophet, a unlettered prophet. Now, unfortunately, she kind of gave the game away when she said that actually in Isaiah 21, yeah, it doesn't say that. So whatever she's talking about is kind of irrelevant anyway, because the very thing the Quran says that she's trying to validate is not actually there. She's just ignoring it. She's basically like, okay, I can't find an Ummi prophet. I'll just find any. Yeah, I'll just hammer that in the Quran. Well, that's a disservice to the Quran. when we read each other's religious texts, we should be charitable. When I read the Quran, I should be charitable to the author. And if he says, a Gentile, knowledgeable of the scriptures, these are different possible interpretations of it. I should expect to find that in the Torah and the Gospel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she can't do it. So all she does is she just talks about some random other stuff that, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even know.
Thank you for being honest.
There are people that know much more than me who are probably laughing right now because what she said is...
I'm sure.
It's something special. But ladies and gentlemen, I actually could just make this worse for her. It says it's in the Gospel, right? So it's actually, if what you're saying is possibly true, we should also expect the same prophecy or the same prophetic utterance to be found in the Gospel that we have with them in the 7th century. We know what that is historically. So show me a single instance where a Ummi prophet is mentioned in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
Matthew chapter 21.
And Ummi?
Yep.
It says he's unlettered.
This is the Gentiles.
The Gentiles?
Yes.
Oh, so it's multiple people.
Well, it's talking about the nation. It's a different
So
argument.
it's not a person. It's not about Muhammad.
It talks about the Gentile nation that's coming from the kingdom of God.
It's not about Muhammad.
Yo, this guy is ridiculous.
Yes, leave it.
That's brilliant.
That's
So
ridiculous.
there is no actual prophecy about Muhammad in the Gospel. If there was, she would have told me one.
Yeah, John chapter 1.
John chapter 1.
Yep.
Okay, where in John?
John chapter 1, when the Pharisees come to John the Baptist and they ask him, hey, are you Elijah the Messiah or the prophet? Do you agree they ask him about 3 individuals?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what makes you think the prophet is Muhammad though?
Oh, I got you. Beautiful. So is there anybody who else who comes afterwards that's a prophet of God?
Does it describe him as unlettered?
Does it say that he's a prophet? And
There you
by
go,
the way,
ladies and gentlemen.
when
So
it comes
the
to hold
criteria
on.
was for me.
You said unlettered. Unlettered necessarily means
knowledgeable about
yes,
the
Gentile.
scriptures.
Okay. When we take the words of the conglomerate of the gospel, what we find is that there's a Gentile prophet who's going to come and teach the individual. So the Gentile aspect is spoken about in Matthew 21.
Okay, so not
Matthew 21 and 22 talks about the Gentiles. John talks about a prophet. John chapter 1 talks about a prophet who's supposed to come, the prophet actually. Who is it?
That's Jesus.
Oh, Jesus is the prophet and the Messiah? Yeah, they're expecting 3 people there?
Why is that a contradiction?
Because they're expecting 3 people, not 2.
Why can it not be 2?
Because he talks about the Messiah and the prophet separately.
Is the Messiah a prophet?
Is the Messiah a prophet according to you? I mean, yeah, we believe that he is. But it makes it indicative.
I know your tradition. Makes sense.
Notice what he
Now-
said. He said a prophet,
No.
not the prophet.
That's
Beautiful.
absolutely
Thank you for
fine.
refuting
the Messiah
yourself.
Is a prophet and the Messiah.
No, we
Thank you
said
very much.
the prophets. You're
Okay,
misquoting
then
it.
switched it back to the. Okay, so
You
fine.
said a. I said the.
You may make a difference. I said fine. Anyway.
Yeah. So
now,
do they
remember,
say that
I
it's
said,
the
show
Messiah
me-
and the prophet?
Show me Gentile or unlettered or.
So the prophet
show me.
there. Okay. So the prophet that's there. Okay. You guys in the New Testament in the book of Acts, it tries to link it back. I mean, we could go into Deuteronomy.
what?
It's gonna be a new argument.
This
Just
isn't
finish
the-
your closing.
this isn't the Injil.
Just finish your closing, Matt. You already said in the Bible in Isaiah 21.
Oh, no, all
You
of a
ran
sudden
from
I
that
suddenly
argument.
do.
You
All of a
ran.
sudden,
You
I
ran
really
away from your
suddenly
argument.
do.
Just finish it
See,
up.
I
Just
thought
finish.
that she was the
I got
person
other
that
people to
knew
get
more
to,
than
brother.
me, but I'm learning. I actually know more than her. That's
Oh,
quite
really?
surprising.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
so
I'm
let's
sure.
go
I'm
with it.
sure. I'm sure.
So you wait.
Yeah,
No,
I'm done, I'm done.
you said
Let's go.
I quoted the
Yeah, yeah.
Quran 7157.
Brother, you had like an hour and a half to do this. No, I'm not
You had
done.
an hour. You had an hour.
You had an
I was
hour
I
and
was
you
very
literally
patient
told
with
me you need me to
I was
educate you on
very
it.
patient.
Oh, really?
Anyway,
Yeah,
there's no way
I'm
the
sure.
prophet mentioned this, so the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's going on over there?
Thank you for that. That was
What is
really nice. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Will you shake my hand, bro?
Huh?
You shake my hand?
No.
We'll shake my hand.
You good though, bro? Appreciate it.
Oh, you can't shake my hand.
Sorry?
I forgot you can't shake my hand. I habit. I was gonna say.
Look, man, look into the prophecy a little more, and we could talk about it some other time later when you can, educate you. Look, I know, I'm sure Logic is gonna want to talk about it. IP is gonna want to talk about it with you tonight. I'm more than happy to actually discuss the substance with him if he wants to discuss the substance, because this wasn't substance, man.
Hey, Chris, you was treated good here, right? It was all good?
No blaspheming, nothing, yeah. No fighting, no punches to the nose.
Hey, brother, that's
Hey, but
how
there was
we
nothing to the
operate,
nose this time, man.
I should be grateful, right?
That's how we operate, bro. When people aren't ripping our books and doing stuff like that, we Gucci, bro. But when people start ripping our books up, you feel me? It's a mess.
All the people can tell me that.
When people start ripping books up, brother, it's a whole different story.
I've seen your lives, bro.
You know?
I know what you
Have you been to my TikToks? Club Pyru? You like Club Pyru?
Okay, my friend.
No, this was actually.
Christian donor that we have ever had.
Hey, brother, if the co-followers want to give y'all money, you can have it, bro.
Wait. You raised $270,000.
And what you gonna do with the money? Buy a house? You know what I want to do?
No.
Yeah. No, I know, bro. And y'all still not gonna be. And Islam is still growing. And Islam is. Well, nobody wants to support you. We got 12 other people right now. This is the most. I ain't gonna lie.
I've never seen someone contribute that much to
You know Theo?
It is, man.
Timothy, come on. What do you want to talk about with Timothy?
Who's Timothy?
All right. Yeah. He was. Oh yeah, the mic. You got the mic.
Yeah, can you give this? Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Hey. You want to debate?
1 second. Let me just fix this. Yeah. Yeah.
You want to debate Timothy?
Who the heck is that?
I don't know. It's just random.
I don't know him.
Pastor Orlando's not ready yet. He wants. Pastor Orlando, he wants to talk about He wants to talk about child marriage.
No, I'm not
Or
doing
just-
that. I'm not.
So what do you want to talk about? Brother, go back to where you were. It's good.
Talk about the criteria for profit.
You know
Sorry? I guess.
I don't want video.
Yo, Malik. I don't know whose mic.
All right, just leave him.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep talking and it's gonna pick up on their feet and stuff.
Okay. Yo, hey.
I'm not sure.
Oh, but
I don't know who they
you
are.
might stay debating, so that's why they're gonna keep him on.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Take the bag and you go.
What happened?
It's
Yeah, let me go get a drink real quick. It's
get-
hot over here. The
I'll
sun
bring
is
you
coming
water.
down on me. No, I have to go that way.
So
Yeah.
do you want to give someone this so that this stays
You want to hold
here?
this until I come back?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a
Because it's the
drink.
mics.
Just go with her.
Yeah, I'll go with her. I'm just saying you
Be
hold
careful
that
with
for
my
the
phone.
mics. And you
That's hard. All right. We're live. We're live still.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're gonna have to figure that out. We might just do one topic on topic. You know?
Yeah, that would be great. Is that cool? That should be cool. Let me smoke before. See him make him
Which one's this?
Remind the family where to find you and
Well, this is so cool. God bless all you watching.
So, do me and you share the same essential properties to make us human? We do. You guys heard that? We all share the same essential properties in order for us to be human. Now, what does that mean? We share the same essence now. Do you agree? So we have the same essence. We're not the same person, I agree. But we are the same human. Right? Right? Because we... No. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You just told me. No.
As in the essential property.
Hey, brother, 180. Right, stay there. So here's the thing, right? You said that we share the same essential properties, okay? Do we agree?
Things that make us.
So the things that make me human are things that make you human, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean we share the same essence?
So it means that we share.
Yes or no?
We share the same.
Yes or
things
no?
That make us who we are.
So we share the same?
So we are different persons.
You see what I'm saying? Guys, come on. Brother, you just said the essence is what makes you you.
Yes.
If we share the same things that make
it
us,
doesn't make us the same human. It makes us the same mankind. If
you're
we're the same
coping.
human,
Again, that's begging
we
the
would be
question.
same person.
He's continuing to beg the question. You're begging the question, my friend, okay? This is what's going on. You said earlier, Father, Son, Holy Spirit are one God, three different persons, because they share the same essence.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, me and you, we're distinct, we're not each other.
Yeah.
We share the same essence. Therefore, we are one human, two persons. If you refute me, I'll PayPal you $1,000. Tell me the difference between the two.
$1,000.
$1,000.
It's a human, a person.
Is a human a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not the same person.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're the same person, brother. I'm saying we're the same human. You know what a person is?
A human.
Is the Father
A human
is
is
the
a
Father?
person.
Oh, he's lost, brother. Is the Father a person of the Trinity?
So, yes.
Is the Father a human?
No.
Good game, brother. So we understand now that a person doesn't have to be human, right?
We're
Right?
talking about
Right,
this.
brother? Right?
So,
Right? Right or wrong? Da'wah Dash, right or wrong? Christian Cope, I should say.
Wrong, because if you were to say that means you are the same human, you're saying that we are the same person.
No, wait, sorry. So the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, they're the same God, therefore they're all the same person?
No.
Dismantled. Cool. So now, hold on a second. So me and you, we can be the same human without being the same person,
We're the
right?
same kind.
Brother, I don't care about being the same. What is kind? You mean the same nature?
Adam means mankind.
Brother, you just agreed that we share the same things that make us human. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is an essence defined as that which makes...
Because we have the same things, it doesn't make us the same human.
Brother, cool. Can we agree that an essence is what makes you, you? Like the essential properties that are necessary for a person to be what they are. Okay, do we share the same of that?
Not completely, because we're not.
All right, not
the same.
completely. Now he's changed his answer.
Because we're not the same, are we?
So we don't share the same essence.
So most
Do
of
we or
what
do we not?
have is the same.
What is different
You are
within?
different than me.
What is different to our essence? Essence. That's all I'm asking. The difference between the essence.
So the different. I don't know it.
Take care of yourself, brother. Thank you. All right.
You summarize.
No.
Is he gone?
Ah,
He stopped out.
He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything.
You want next opponent?
yeah.
Yeah, you need to change. You need to change that though.
No, why?
Because you don't know
This is
anything.
not indicative of me. This is indicative of what
Veritas?
happens here in
Veritas?
You want it now or later?
No, later.
Okay,
Bring him
okay.
later.
Is it Englishman?
So
Yo, where's Timothy?
Summarize.
Right now?
so human. Yeah, we are not the same human
You're begging the question. Why are we not the same human?
because
Chris,
From Speaker's Corner?
Trinity.
He won't debate me, bro.
because
Let's count how many Macs you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't even know. Hey, what's he saying?
I'm today. I'm
Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. We're all waiting for Chris from Speaker's Corner to show up really quick. Yeah. Hold on. Who's the man of God?
Yeah, God is white. This is a white man. Englishness is whiteness.
Okay.
The Englishman rules. We are in England. And this is his domain.
And he's losing in his fucking domain.
He's what?
He's losing in his
Why we
domain.
losing?
Who, losing to who?
Brother,
Who's he losing to?
me. This
Who are
guy.
you? Who are you?
I'm nobody, brother. But
How
look,
could
look.
you lose to nobody? How could
You see
lose
what
to
I'm
a
saying?
nobody?
That's what I'm saying, right?
So how could you lose?
Look,
how
look,
could
all,
you lose
look,
to a
look.
nobody?
Listen. All I'm
Me
saying
and
is,
him are the same.
all I'm
We
saying
are the
is,
same
for this
human.
brother, right?
Oh, human.
We're the
Okay.
same human.
All right.
Because according to your logic, we would be the same human if you count Father, Son, Holy Spirit as one God by virtue of them having the same essence. What's the refutation of that? Bishop.
It's not just them
Trinity first,
being
Islamic dilemma
the
second,
same
you wanna do
essence. That's from
You know what?
the same,
Trinity first, Islamic dilemma
the
second?
same source.
Yes.
Yellow.
Okay. Listen to the white man.
Bring him.
Listen to the white man.
Bring
And
him
learn.
here. All right. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Good. Where's he at? Mr. Chris? Guys, just moments of patience. All right, brother. Hold on. TMA, let him know.
So here's my question to you about the t-shirt. Did you find it provocative?
Yeah, I did. How did I find your t-shirt provocative?
Yeah.
Because Da'wah Dash is usually understood to mean like, you know, like this concept of Muslims not being able to deal with argumentation,
Yeah.
and then they run, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have similar thing. We have Christian Cope.
Yeah.
Christians,
and
when
I'm
they generally can't,
And I'm happy to say that. Why don't you get a
Yeah.
t-shirt that says it?
because that's corny. You know, like why would I?
This might be corny.
Well, that's cool, but you can't wear a shirt that's provocative and then not perform.
provocative.
You can't, brother. You can't do that and just not perform. Does that make sense?
I'm not
You
a
gotta
debater.
perform.
I'm not a debater. As you've probably seen.
Yeah, you're not a debater, but you're wearing a shirt that indicates that
wanted
you do.
conversation
You see what I'm
about-
saying,
no, you
guys?
wanted a
Can you turn
conversation.
around so the cameras can see your shirt?
You You wanted a
Can you turn around so the cameras can see your shirt?
About the shirt.
Can you turn around so the cameras can see your shirt? Why are you not turning around, dude? You guys see his shirt? But he wants to convince me he's not a debater, right?
It's not
So he's not
provocative at all.
it's not provocative. So if I had on my shirt Christian Cope, that doesn't indicate that I'm some sort of debater or have something against Christianity?
It wouldn't affect me in any way, shape.
That's not the point. The point is that it's so provocative, right?
It's not provocative.
Okay, brother. That's no problem.
The only way it's provocative is if you are insecure about your religion and your abilities.
All right. I think it's cut with you. TMA.
Now it's switching up to Islamic dilemma first and then Trinity.
Oh, hell not. Yo.
Hold on.
Why is he doing that?
Well, so you're not running for the debate, are you?
Huh?
You're not running for the debate, are you?
Am I what?
Running for the debate.
Running from what debate?
Well, Chris wants to debate you.
Oh, no. We challenged him first to do the Trinity and then the Islamic dilemma. So other way around, yeah?
Okay, fair enough.
Right. No, there's... Yo, who's debating Chris? Nobody? Tell him to come over here. Yeah, I'm 18. Why is he not over here? Yo, Juan. What's up with this guy? What's up with Chris? He's not coming? He what?
He can't agree on the topic. I think TM is trying to speak to him.
Watch out, bro. Hold on. Let me talk.
What, you can't talk to men?
Yeah. Where's all the Christians though? Who
Hey,
want to
Chris.
step up? Any Christians want to step up?
Literally trying. What are you doing?
Chris.
Chris.
Hey Chris, you want to talk to Islamic debate?
Oh, brother. Hey, listen. Look, we can do the Trinity first and then the Islamic dilemma.
He definitely don't know about no Trinity.
What are you talking about, brother? What do you mean? What do you mean, why not? I proposed first, TM.
And we agree.
And you agreed, wait, hold on, you agreed to me. No, you agreed. Yo, Malik, this is what happened. I want to put him as a Trinity and Islamic dilemma. I'm not interested in this though. You said yes. I want to ask, and I said yes. I've had enough Chris.
I said, let's do Islamic dilemma first. And then you went, no.
Yeah, because that's not what we initially talked about.
We never said to do this. No, we never. We just said we want to talk about the Trinity.
Okay, so you don't want to do the Trinity first.
You don't want to do the Trinity first?
I want to do Islamic dilemma first.
Wait, can I ask you why you don't want to do the Trinity
Because
first?
I want to do Islamic dilemma first.
Why?
Because we both talked about it.
It's already a Muslim.
Talk about what? You don't talk about the Trinity as a Christian?
I do, but I spent
You
the
do?
last, I spent the last.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Why not? What's the difference? Because we were the ones that originally challenged you. You never challenged me, right? So I'm gonna and then move to the Islamic dilemma. Do you want to? Chris, Trinity. If you don't want to, then you're just.
told him, I refuted him. I said I never said Trinity first. All we said was Trinity and Islamic dilemma.
Right.
But that's not saying that's the order.
So you don't want to
I
do
then
Trinity.
said the order should be Islamic dilemma first.
Why should that be the order?
Because I said so.
Sorry, what?
Because I studied.
Take care of yourself, brother.
And I've written-
You studied? Okay. So how does that mean why must the Islamic dilemma be discussed first? Because you studied it?
I've written a book about it.
I don't know what the relevance is here. You wrote a book. That could be your second
Have I read a
debate.
book about the Islamic dilemma?
Brother, I don't even know
Have I read
what
the book
book.
on it?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Bro, this guy thinks I keep up with his content. That's the
Are you
problem.
telling
Brother,
me you
I don't
think
keep
some
up with your
people
content.
don't know about things?
Brother.
I don't think
We can
that's
discuss the
crazy.
Trinity.
Right.
We can have a 10-minute dialogue. We can have it timed. So long, just to make you comfortable.
You just done that Islamic dilemma.
Yeah, no, which is why I'm all ready for it.
Have you done the Trinity yet?
Let's do it.
Have you done the Trinity yet?
Not today.
So let's talk about the Trinity. Let's bring something new. Let's do something new.
The people are bored. The people that are bored.
Come on, man. We're trying to talk about the Trinity. This guy doesn't want to discuss. Let's talk about. Let's talk Trinity. You like that, Chris? You guys know what's funny? Hold on. Let me tell you guys what's funny. Let me tell you what's funny. This guy, guys, just debated the Islamic dilemma, but for some reason he feels uncomfortable to debate. Just a minute. Okay, that's fine. Do you wanna discuss the Trinity first because you said you haven't discussed it today?
I want to discuss the Islamic dilemma because that's my main thing. So
That's your. Okay, so as long as we discuss the Islamic dilemma first, you will discuss the Trinity after.
Get that on camera.
All right, hold on, watch out. You wanna move over here? Let's do it. Hey, somebody get your phone out for a timer because I'm not gonna prolongate the.
Are we doing the time?
Yeah.
We're doing the time.
No, just like clock. Just let it run.
Oh, okay.
Let it run because I don't want him to carry on further than he should.
No, it's time, but it doesn't carry.
Huh?
Point of time.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want you to carry.
5 minutes.
No. It's open but running. Yes, exactly.
You don't want me to waffle, but you don't want to time it.
I just told you I want to time. Is this guy okay? I literally just said I want to time it.
Oh, you do want to time it?
Yes. I want to control the.
So you got 3 minutes, 3 minutes.
Bro.
Brother, topic.
Hold on. Maybe it's the British accent. He's gonna open a timer. Open. So that it doesn't go on to like an hour and a half.
But it's not an open time.
Back?
Forget it. There's no time.
Hey.
Open timer means no timer.
Yo, we need to go back.
Open
Back?
timer means no timer.
Dude, it's open time, but it's not specifically time in between.
It's not intervals.
It's not, brother. Chris, you're having a hard time understanding.
But there's no time.
There is a time. Are you okay?
How long?
Brother, 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Deal?
Okay, there. That
Does that make sense?
Open time.
Okay. All right. No. They need me to stand back so all the cameras can capture me.
Okay.
Yeah, watch out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
You don't have to relocate. Alright, man. Let me just hang my bag. I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna have to go to Alice. I'm gonna have to go check on the top.
Can you stand it?
10 minutes is weird. My friend.
You want me to stand here? I was told to stand here so the cameras could all capture me. Huh? He's dodgy? Wait, why is he dodgy? Wow.
You guys want like a 5 minutes?
No, it's fine. You know what? Fine. Sure. Yeah.
You want like a 1 minute warning, 2 minute warning?
Well, I'd say like just 2 or 3 minutes each. Like, that's reasonable.
Nah,
to talk about stuff.
When it's 2 minutes until done, I'll just give it
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
2 minutes.
That's good.
But he's like, I'm not offensive.
Why in the
I'm
middle?
offensive.
Oh, so they can see, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Start the time. It's yours, Chris.
Oh, you want me to go first? With 10 minutes. No.
Didn't you say you wanted to discuss the Islamic dilemma first?
It's a 2 minutes. But, all right.
2 minutes?
I'm gonna restart it.
Talking about the Islamic dilemma.
No, it's you ask. It's a cross-examination, brother. It's an open dialogue. You can talk about whatever you want in these 10 minutes, and I can answer.
You
Is that
haven't been
clear?
here For a while, whatever. But look, when we go to the speaker's corner and we do a time thing, it's just a few minutes for you and a few minutes for me. And it goes back and forth. It's really simple. We don't need to do like 10 whole minutes with some kind of interaction. No.
So you want 2 minutes to talk for yourself and then 2 minutes to talk for myself?
Yeah, something like that.
Just shut the time off, brother. Let's
Am I
listen.
being unreasonable?
All right, just talk, brother. No more time.
2 minutes, yeah.
Forget the time. Forget it. Just talk. Just talk.
2 times.
Hold on, just a piece, just a piece.
Yeah, because you got to keep me accountable. You got to keep him accountable and me.
I don't want to let you waffle for 2 minutes, though, dude.
You were going to let me waffle for 10 minutes.
No, I wasn't. It was you gonna be talking. The 10 minutes is your entire section of the Islamic dilemma. That's the point. Within the 10 minutes, I would be answering questions, etc. Do you understand the point?
So you want a cross-section, not an actual debate.
A cross section isn't a debate.
Well, usually a debate
No?
is one person speaks and then another person speaks.
Yeah, that's a cross examination. One person speaks, the other speaks.
It
Hey,
can
can't
be,
stop
but it's
talking.
not
Hey,
normally
hey, just start a forum, please. This guy doesn't stop complaining, man.
I don't know.
You don't stop complaining. You're like, I don't know why you don't stop complaining.
Sorry, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to debate Anas on the Islamic dilemma. So what is the Islamic dilemma? Real simple. It is the argument that definitively shows that Islam is false. And it shows that Islam is false because it shows the Quranic author has likely made an it's a probabilistic argument, an argument from abduction, that he has likely erred or made an error or spoke in a way that is not coherent regarding the very scriptures he affirms. What do I mean by that? The Quran affirms the Torah and the Gospel in the 7th century at the time of Muhammad. It affirms them as inspired, preserved, and authoritative. It does this in many places. It explicitly says in Surah Al-Imran, Ayah 3, it says that the Torah and the Gospel are from Allah, so they are from Him. It says that they are authoritative in legal aspects and salvific aspects. You can see Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah 5, Ayah 43 to 48 for the legal aspects, and Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah 5, Ayah 66 to 69 for the salvific aspects. In Surah Yusuf, Surah 12, Ayah 111, the very last ayah, it says they are reliable in the context of stories. In Surah 620, in Surah 2146, it talks about how the prophets about Muhammad are also reliable. So their actual prophecies in the Torah and the Gospel are reliable, according to the Quran, explicitly. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, the Quran totally contradicts all of this. It contradicts everything. It says the Jews, they are not children of God, and yet the Jews in Deuteronomy 14:1 consider themselves to be children of God. Yet Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah 5, Ayah 18 denies it. Surah Al-Tawbah, Ayah 31 explicitly denies it. And yet he's not going to have an answer for these kind of hard contradictions. He believes the crucifixion is denied in Surah Al-Nisa, Surah 4, Ayah 157, and yet it is affirmed in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So, ladies and gentlemen, these contradictions alone demonstrate the Islamic dilemma passes, and that he is not going to be able to give any kind of response to this. So let's see what he says.
All right, start. You guys see why I didn't want to let him waffle originally? Because he's made about 4 to 5 blunders that I couldn't address. Now that I have to like memorize every single one now. That's the problem, right? That's what Chris likes to do. So he mentioned chapter 5, verse 18, where Allah says that He has or can't have any children or daughters, when he doesn't know that Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, states in his tafsir, right, that the word Ibn has lost its meaning and that it was predicated correctly, in fact, right, to the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that the Jews and Christians have corrupted that title, sons or son, right? Now, why is this relevant? Because he brought this up to demonstrate that the Islamic dilemma is true by virtue of the fact that Allah says that He can't have a son. Oh, but the Bible says that God has a son or that He has sons. Therefore, there's a contradiction. Well, unfortunately, this is actually in continuity and there's not really a problem. Why? Well, we need to understand first that the word son, we can predicate this word incorrectly to an individual. That's number one. Number two, we can predicate it correctly, as Ibn Kathir says in chapter 5, verse 18 in his tafsir. That's number one. Number two, he mentioned chapter 4, verse number 157, and he said that contradicts Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, right? That the 4 Gospels claim that Jesus Christ died on the cross, the Quran doesn't. There's a contradiction, okay? So he literally just said that within these passages that we see between the Bible and the Quran, there does exist a contradiction, such that this contradiction creates there to be a discontinuity between the Bible and the Quran, meaning that by definition, the Quran could not be confirming the Bible absolutely, okay? Is my time over? Okay, cool. So he also mentioned another point where he said that the Quran, is confirming the Bible absolutely and salvifically, etc. I didn't see any justification for the absolute confirmation, nor did I see justification for the preservation. You did mention chapter 5, verse 48, but I don't understand how that is demonstrating preservation of the Quran. All right. See, this is why I didn't want to do this talking, man, because we could ask each other questions. We'd be more productive, but.
2 minutes? Yeah.
Give him 2 minutes.
Alright, so I think he kind of waffled through that a little bit. So yeah, he said, oh no, it's totally fine. Ibn Kathir says something, we can believe that, and all we have to do is believe that the Torah and the Gospel have been corrupt. Yeah, fine, except the problem is your Quran doesn't say that. Your Quran says the opposite of that. This is just your scholars, 600, 700 years removed, trying to desperately save your own religious text from obvious error. So I don't know why that happened to you. But anyway, then he goes on to say, oh yeah, the crucifixion thing. This is just proof that it's not an absolute confirmation. It's just proof, that's all it is. Or it's proof that he's just, like, he made an error and said something wrong. But you can't entertain that. Instead, you have to hold to conscious edits, which is a bizarre theory that is irrational anyway. He holds to a general confirmation, when in reality he means a specific confirmation. They don't use English properly. Even though that is explicitly denied in the Quran. So Al-Baqarah ayah 85 says the Jews are accountable to all of their Torah, not just a part of it. Surah 6 ayah 91 says, how dare the Jews take the Torah, the book of Moses it calls it, Kitab al-Musa, and they conceal parts of it. Why would that be a problem if that's actually the very thing they should do, because the book has been corrupted according to his belief? Obviously that's not the belief of the Quranic author. He's again making up his own Quran, trying to justify his own religion, when his religion has nothing to do really with the Quran. It basically loosely references it and then just makes stuff up 600 years after the fact to desperately cover for its own inaccuracies. So let's destroy this conscious edits. Conscious edits can't work if the author isn't familiar with the text. I'm going to argue the author isn't familiar with the text. There's not a and here are my 3 points. How long have I got? 26. 3 points. First point. There is barely any, arguably no, direct quotes in the Quran of the Torah or the Injil. Point number 2, Sidney Griffith and others have argued that the text of the Bible had not been translated into Arabic at the time. Point number 3...
It was not what, sorry?
Not translated into Arabic. Point number 3, I'll leave for the next one.
The Quran was not translated into Arabic?
No.
Oh, sorry, the Bible. Okay. Okay, cool. So, now, you started? Okay, wait, can you pause real quick? Is it okay after this we do a cross-examination?
I'm happy with this. You get to say what you want to say, just what I want to say.
No, but because you are making blunders that I'm forced to memorize, but they stop. They stop. But again, within a debate, we can where I can hold you where you make your mistakes. That's your problem. You just assume crucifixion, and I couldn't stop you there. That's the point. But within these 2 minutes, you will not spend your time justifying the crucifixion to me. That's the problem. But that's the thing. You are using that to get away from the point, which is why cross-examination would be much more efficient. I mean, look, listen, it's not working. I'm literally telling you to talk directly to me, one by one. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, listen, we can start it, but after this, we're going to be doing a cross-examination because he can't be running from his lives anymore.
Literally, I want complete partiality. This doesn't benefit either of us.
So why did you do that with it? Why did you not do that with Itachi then?
Cross does benefit both parties.
You see what I'm saying? You didn't do that with Itachi, but now you don't want to do it with me. You did. You did the cross-examinations with Itachi, but you didn't do it with me.
Itachi approached me in a very
and I'm approaching you.
in a very different energy to what you.
That's completely irrelevant, brother. Stop being. Please stop. You're being emotional, bro. You just told me that the reason why you cross-examined Itachi was because she approached you in a nice manner. You guys were asking each other questions directly and answering without timer. Now you need a 2-minute timer in order for you to run from answering the questions directly. Okay, guys. This guy just debated Itachi on the Islamic dilemma without a timer, meaning that they could answer and ask each other questions directly without any delay, sir. So I don't understand why you do that with her and not me.
Because I want a standard format. I said, I don't matter how long it is. You
didn't answer my question.
As long as we have some kind of back and forward, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll
this isn't a proper back and forth, brother.
I don't think you'll let me speak, which I think I'm right about.
I will let you speak.
Whereas Itachi did let me speak.
How do you know I won't let you speak?
I think I let Itachi speak.
He's coping. How do you know I won't let you speak?
You're just speaking over me now,
But that's because you are not demonstrating why I can't have a debate with you.
He won't let me speak. It's because he's speaking over me now.
I'm speaking over you now for a different reason. Do you understand that? Do you understand that difference?
He's speaking over me now because he's losing.
I'm losing? Yeah, I'm speaking over you because I'm losing. No, I'm speaking over you because you won't agree to have a direct cross-examination with me. You're not having a cross-examination. Because you know you don't want to get caught on your blunders immediately as you say them.
Mid-debate, wanting to change the rules.
Brother, nobody,
He doesn't like how
brother,
it's going.
brother, brother.
Doesn't like how it's going.
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, right? Look, nobody wants to do a cross-examination if they're not comfortable enough answering questions on the spot, right? And that's you, and that's you, and that you're also not comfortable. Hold on, you're also not comfortable with being. You're not. You're also not. You're not. You're gonna stop talking. You're gonna stop talking. Thank you. Why don't you ask me about your verses and I answer directly?
I did in 2 minutes.
No. Ask me about your verses and then I answer and then I ask you questions. So you don't want to answer? You don't want to do that? You don't want to do that. Brother, this debate you just had with Itachi, I want to have that. I don't care. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. I interrupt you, brother. I interrupt you because you. No. It's because you evade answers within the 2 minutes of our conversation, which will make the. That's not fine.
The point of a debate.
No.
That's fine.
Brother.
You don't need to worry about that.
Let me offer a solution, right? I think this will work both ways. You don't want to be over talked and you don't want to let him.
I'm not going to compromise on this because I think
listen at least.
I'll listen to you. But
Okay. So this, right? So a person will have a bank of, let's say 10 minutes, we can make it 2, whatever. And a person B will have a bank of, let's say 45 seconds. You start it, the person, he asks his question, and then it switches. That sticks to however long. And that person has 45 seconds to answer. And then when he has answered, it goes down and that depletes. But it's 45 seconds each time to answer, and person A has a bank. That would mean you don't get overtalked because you each have your turn to speak, and he doesn't waffle because you have a bank of time.
Yeah.
A bank of time.
I think that we meet in the middle there. You don't want to meet in the middle?
That's the complete.
You know, if I asked him to justify Jesus dying on the cross, he would shit himself. Like, that's the point, right? That's why I want to do the cross-examination, because I know he can't prove that Jesus died on the cross.
Completely reasonable.
That's completely reasonable, Chris, and you're evading this because you know you can't engage with direct conversation with me. That's the problem. You know, everybody here can see that I'm taking the more aggressive approach by telling you to cross. No. To have a cross-exam. You guys all know what a cross-examination is, right? It's where you talk directly with the interlocutor by asking questions and them answering directly. Now, that is not running. That is called me trying to have a direct conversation with him, and he's not trying to do it. And he's coping with his friend in the back as well. He can't do it. He needs his therapist. Listen,
you're the guy whinging.
Brother, you are clearly struggling to accept the fact that you cannot answer. No, brother, he just met you in the middle. He met you in the middle, and you don't even want to meet in the middle. You think I will let you waffle for 2 minutes about points that you won't answer?
Yes, that's called a debate.
No, but that's not the debate that we're gonna have, because you and Itachi had a really productive debate but that's irrelevant who it is. The point is that you guys had a productive conversation because of the fact that you guys had a cross-examination, because you guys are answering and asking questions back and forth. Sorry, that's irrelevant. I don't care if it's me or it's not. So hold on. But he's giving you an alternative where I can't even talk over you.
And I'm saying no.
Why?
Because we've already established the rules.
Oh, so now he's coping. Guys, originally he said I was going to talk over him, and now it's that, oh, we already established the rules. Brother, listen, brother. We can meet in the middle such that you won't run from my questions. No. You won't run from my questions. We can do that. Sorry? Sure, we can. Sure. He's trying to get you to meet me in the middle about this debate. If you don't want to have that, then khalas. Because you are not answering. You're not. That's not meeting in the middle. That's not meeting in the middle.
No, I don't like this anymore.
That's not, brother. You are not able to answer questions directly within 2 minutes, brother. That's. I'm giving you a reason. I'm giving you a reason.
I don't
right?
like what he's saying. He's not addressing me.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not. Dude, Chris, you're so poor at this, man. Like, what is going on? This guy can't have a one-on-one with me, right? He can't have a one-on-one. No, you can't.
If the reason is that he's not listening to you,
how about this, Chris? Hold on. If I cut you off once, you can leave the conversation.
2 minutes.
If I cut you off once, we can leave. We can end it. It's cowardly that Okay, I'm telling you, I want to debate you one-on-one, direct. Meaning that I ask you a question. Why are you talking over me? Brother, I'm telling you, I want to continue the debate. But the debate format, the debate format has to change because you aren't able to keep up with the format, brother. That's the problem. I'm literally, like, this guy will stack up 6 blunders and I have to remember all of them instead of addressing him on the spot when he makes these errors. You don't, no. You don't want to be addressed. You don't want to be addressed immediately as you make the blunder. That's your problem. So this is extremely cowardly. For you it is because you waffle fast, and within these minutes, you make at least 4 blunders every time you talk. Brother, listen, man. I'm giving you an option, right? We can meet in the middle. We don't even have to do a direct cross-examination. We can meet in the middle. You get a 45-minute time bank. You can get the 45-second time bank. I bottled my chance. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris from Speaker's Corner. Chris from Speaker's Corner is being a coward in front of everybody here, and he won't have a one-on-one with direct questioning and answering because he knows he's not able to be addressed immediately as he commits his blunders, right? So notice who's the coward. Guys, notice who's the coward. Notice who's the coward. The one who wants to debate directly one-on-one, question and answer. Like he asks a question, I answer immediately, then he replies. I don't know how that could be cowardly. I don't know what you're trying to convince, Chris. This is shameful, brother. Brother, changing the format's necessary for you.
If I did that to you, he would rightfully call me.
I mean, you're
if
just.
I did that to you, I went, no,
What? There has to be a
I
reason.
don't like what he's doing.
But there has to be a reason. I'm giving you a reason because you're not able to address my points within the 2 minutes. You're not able to address my points within the 2 minutes. So that's why I want to have a back and forth so that we can go back and forth and answer each other's questions. No, brother, because you're not able to do it. You're not able to do it. Yeah, I refuse to do that, but I'm giving you an alternative that would make it literally better. I'm giving you an alternative that would make the debate better. How is that not fair? Because
we continued it, and then he went, oh no, now I don't.
I didn't assume within every 2 minutes you get that you'd blunder 4 or 5 times. I didn't assume that. I didn't assume that. Hey, listen, Chris, hey, Chris,
Decision to change upon your prior.
Chris, over here, okay?
He refuses to debate.
Yeah. No, brother, this guy wants 2 minutes, 2 minutes, right? I told him okay. Chris, I'll tell him how it is.
Brother, he's our guest. Treat him like a guest.
Listen.
I agreed to his initial terms.
Listen.
I don't like this.
Wait. He didn't agree to my initial terms because I asked him to do 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Meaning cross-examination 10 minutes. He doesn't want to have a cross-examination.
What should be happening right now?
He doesn't want to have a cross-examination. He gave a middle path. He gave a middle path. He didn't take it. He didn't take the middle path. No, that's mine. That's mine.
You changed mid-debate.
So, Chris, what do you want to do?
Well, I want to continue with how we were doing.
We're not doing 2 minutes because he blunders every 2 minutes at least 5 times, and then he wants me to address all his blunders. That's not a proper debate. That's not a proper debate.
Let's do this.
I'm trying to make the.
Winning so well, he doesn't want to continue.
Huh?
Conclude and do the Trinity.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Brother, if we do, okay, how about this? When it comes to the Trinity, we don't do 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Is that fair? So he wants to, you still want to do, so, wow. Hold on.
Come on.
Brother, Trinity.
Change everything mid-debate because you don't like it.
Mid-debate is a different debate.
It's a different debate, brother.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
What the heck? It's a different debate.
Yeah, so we continue what we did now.
It's the same debate, but it's not. Chris, now you look stupid, brother.
Okay, wait. In that case, we can, because the Itachi debate was different to this one, we can follow the rules of the Itachi debate.
We did like 2 rounds.
Okay, you know what, brother? This guy won't stop crying. You can complete. I'm literally. You know what's funny? I'm actually trying to have a productive conversation with you as much as I can.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
But the 2 minutes isn't productive. But I agreed with it. Hold on, I agreed with it. So what we will do? Let's meet in the middle here. Let me give him the best alternative. You complete the debate about the Islamic dilemma. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then when we go to the Trinity, it becomes a 10.
Come on, Chris, come on.
Why? Why, Chris? Why, Chris?
Start doing something that
All right,
you agreed to.
you're coping, Chris.
And then as
You're coping. I need to find somebody else that can cross-examine.
So many Quran verses.
Yeah, you know a lot of Quran verses,
Literally what you
Chris.
said. You said that.
I'm literally telling you that we can
You
have a
said, I
debate.
know too many Quran verses. You can't keep up.
I said that you know too many Quran verses, or did I say that you're blundering too much, such that I wasn't able to respond to all your
To all the
blunders
Quran
within
verses I
the
was
2 minutes?
giving.
You see
To
what
all
I'm
the Quran
saying?
verses I was
Hey,
giving.
Chris,
So you do
listen,
agree. I
2
do know the
minutes.
Quran
Look,
verses.
you can finish the debate as you like about the Islamic dilemma, and then after that I get my way about the Trinity. Is that fair? Is that fair that I get my way when it comes to my debate? You get your way when it comes to your debate.
For this one, if that's the case, concede all. However he wants to run this one, let him.
No,
However
if
you want to run your
we
one.
agreed to 2 debates, yeah? We agreed to
So
2
it's not the
minutes.
same
We
debate.
agreed.
All
We
right,
agreed.
it's not the. So you
2
lied.
minutes,
Okay.
2 minutes, yeah?
For the first debate, yeah.
You get your.
And you know what's funny? I proposed initially 10 minutes.
We never said anything.
Can I tell you guys something about this guy? Chris, just a second, Chris. Hold on. Just hold on. This is how repulsive this individual is, right? So We asked him, let's debate Trinity first. Then Islamic Dummy says no. And we're like, okay, hold on. We will, okay, Trinity is my main thing. Now what? You see what I'm saying? Right? Right? I came up to you, so I get to choose how it goes. You don't get that, so it works the other way around.
If you come up to me and ask
Shut
me
up,
for
dude.
debate, yeah.
So guys, this is what I'm saying, right?
Ask me for debate, then I will agree to the terms I give you.
Just hold on. No, that's not how it works.
Ask me for debate.
Guys,
How do you want the Trinity debate, Chris? How do you want it?
Exactly as we agreed on.
how are we?
2-2. That's exactly it.
How do you want a Trinity debate to go 2-2? Do you know how the Trinity? Do you know how
What
Trinity
we agreed
debate?
on and we were gonna do. But
You wanna
then
do
you went,
5-5?
No, I don't like it.
No. You know, this guy wants to talk for 5 minutes about why the Trinity is not 3 gods at once without me replying. What does this guy think he's doing? Like, no, brother. You want to know why I'm doing what I want to do? Because the cross-exam. Okay, you know what's funny? Within a cross-examination, you can embarrass me more if you truly believe you can embarrass me. That's the point. I'm giving you that leverage. Yet no, you can catch me on my blunder immediately.
Being embarrassed.
I'm being embarrassed,
You
brother.
literally said
Brother, do you want to have a one-on-one?
All the verses he's giving. I don't like this format.
Yeah,
Please change
we all
the
heard me
format.
say that. Yeah, I said that,
Is
right?
fair summary?
That's what I said,
You say you
right?
didn't like the format because
Brother, why are you, brother, no.
In a 2-minute period.
Brother, 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, if you expect me every 2 minutes to address 5 to 6 blunders, can't have a conversation. We can't. Unless we cross-examine. Other way around, brother. If you blunder 5 to 6 times, that's your problem.
No, look. To be fair, Chris.
Okay, this guy doesn't want to debate. Yo, where's Pastor Orlando
You bring
at?
up too many points. You need
Let me go like cross him. So you don't want to cross-examine, right? You don't want to cross-examine? Cool. He doesn't want to cross-examine. All right, let's go somewhere else. You don't want to cross-examine? It's okay.
Why can't you take it one by one?
That's why. Five times, expect me to answer all 5 blunders.
He knows how to do 2 minutes in a debate.
Yeah, keep talking to your 4-person audience. Like, cool, man. Chris, we could do one by one. Everyone's watching. You ask question, I answer immediately. You don't cut me off, and vice versa. You guys hear that? You guys all think that's okay, right? You see how they're not answering? Even the Christians know.
Because you do not like
Brother.
the format that you initially agreed on.
Yeah, with you, brother. Because unfortunately, you cannot answer without blundering constantly.
Then you should be happy.
No. But that's shotgunning because that requires me within the 2 minutes.
Fair blundering.
Hold on a second. When you shotgun that many points and they're all wrong, it is not as easy to address all of them within 2 minutes.
That's too many.
Which is why, yeah, guys, I shotgun, therefore Islamic Apex is bad. I mean, come on, man. Listen, brother, that's why I want to take it one-on-one. Everybody understands what I'm coming for, where I'm coming from. Okay, so he doesn't want to do a cross-examination, but he did that earlier with Itachi, but he won't do it with me, guys. She is a totally different, you're coping. Thank you for coming. You know you can't debate the Trinity. You know you can't. You know you can't debate the Trinity, right?
I'm not the one.
Am I right?
Randomly decided to
Am I
stop the
right?
debate.
Am I right? You can't debate the Trinity?
Who stopped this debate?
You can't debate the Trinity?
Who stopped it?
I stopped it because you're not able to accommodate the
So
debate.
he's just acknowledged he stopped
Yeah,
the
because
debate.
you cannot accommodate the debate.
So when it's like,
All right, brother, thanks for coming. No, you're good. You have anybody that would cross-examine me on the Trinity?
He's gonna waste your time.
Yeah.
If you are able to learn what a debate is in a short period of time.
Veritas is around?
Yeah.
Bet. Let's go get Veritas. Oh, shoot. Okay, where do I put all these? Now I'm not even talking to him.
Give it to
Say, you have any more that are yours, Akhi? This one?
Hungry here. Hungry.
I don't know which ones.
You want to keep on? You want to do it next?
You want to come?
Yeah.
All right, bet, come with me. Cool, yalla. Habibi.
that thing. Superior.
He didn't. So this is what happened. There's a brother down there that said he would come with me. He told me to keep them on. So
Yeah, but they can hear you. Yeah, on the videos, anything you say.
So I was talking to Speaker's Corner, and there was a problem. I asked him, okay, let's debate the Trinity. He's like, okay. No. And then you talk for 2 minutes. For about 2 minutes, but I noticed there's a problem that this guy cannot stop shotgunning blunders, right? So the problem. What do you want me to say?
Hey, Anas, the problem is he doesn't have pen test.
That is the problem, guys. Code on us, link in bio.
10% off.
No, I'm just joking. Right, guys, so listen, here's the thing, right? We tried it out, 2 minutes, and then 2 minutes, but the problem is this guy cannot stop shotgunning blunders. So when he has a conversation, 2 minutes, you can't really catch him on those points right where he makes the error. So I asked him, okay, you just had a cross-examination with Itachi, Dawah X. Why don't you have that with me? He was like, oh yeah, well, you're right. I'm like, okay, then have a discussion with me across exam. You ask, I answer. You give me my time, I give you your time. But we answer immediately and we address each other's points immediately without sitting there having to take mental notes constantly. 2 minutes. No point in that. Chris said, no, she's a completely different person. Okay, what's your point here, right? There's not really a good point being made. So that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, right? That this person.
The Christians say they took over the park.
I mean, you guys see the circle? Show them around, cameras. Show them around. Where they at? I don't see them. I'll be real. I'll be real.
We got our best.
Come on, man.
And there's no Christians.
Are there any Christians? Where y'all at?
Step up, man.
They took over the.
We got baked. Who's next?
Who's next? Who we got? Pastor Orlando? He doesn't want to debate, right?
He said nah.
Nah?
He said nah.
Pastor Orlando said no?
He said no. Islamic Apex.
Oh man. Oh man, Pastor Orlando. So who else we got, Malik, that could possibly be
We outdone them, man. It's okay.
Where they at?
That's what I'm saying. We took over the. We outshined them.
Look at the circle, like in itself. Just look, like.
We took over the park.
Man, where they at? You know what I'm saying?
Game over.
Seriously.
Finish the game.
Nobody's here. Isn't it Tachi live? Okay. Huh?
He's wearing a suit. Yes. He's Christian.
Who? Orlando?
Yeah.
Yo, you want me to go challenge Orlando real quick?
He wants to challenge.
Hey guys.
Just bring Veritas here. I'll try.
It's cutter, bro.
Oh shit, what's going on, man? Talk?
Talk.
No way. Yo. Good? Nice. How you guys doing here? You got here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Bro, I see the big coming in nice.
Yeah. Good seeing you guys. Thank you.
Good seeing you too, bro. Good seeing you too, man.
Where's Veritas?
Well, apparently short to him or some shit.
And you as well.
I'll talk to him.
You speak to him?
Speak to him.
Yeah.
No way.
Hold on.
Judgment. Judgment of God is on.
You could, here, you want to just take your stuff?
Oh, you take it.
Well, I mean, I don't know who's like gonna debate, you know.
I know, I'm gonna take off.
Okay, go ahead.
Our God is a peaceful, yeah? Our God is a peaceful.
Hey, teammate.
Where's Veritas?
Another mic.
Alright, where's Anas?
Anas is.
Alright, Veritas. No, but other boat. There's your pillow, bro.
I know.
What y'all want to talk about? Yo, Anas, come here.
That's why you're Let's cut it.
Talk about.
No, our God is love. Our God is love. Yes, our God is love. Our God does not tell us. Our God does not tell us to kill anyone. I'm not saying our God is love.
You gonna talk?
Hey, you want to do it?
Yeah, I want to talk to you.
Go to under the shade. Under the shade will be better.
No, it's cool right here. It's cool. No, just go against the gate, bro. Right here.
Come with this. Because of camera. It's getting hot. Here, this is better. You can talk here, you can background people, yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, see this?
Oh, this should be good.
Let's do it. Come on.
Look at that
No, it's fine. I've like, Mike's touching my beard and everything. It's like, gosh. All right, hold on. Scoot over. I just gotta. Yeah.
Here we go.
What?
Leave it.
Let me see.
Good back. This is the main one.
This is the main one.
Yeah.
This is like the Itachi Live.
Yeah.
Right here, right here.
Where's right here?
In between the two of them, right there.
Oh, right here. Okay.
This one too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
But that one up here.
Let me do it.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Muslim, you fool yourself with Christian mic, while they will have the audio and our audio will be.
Where's the Christian mics? Which
Yeah,
one?
you have to take the Christian mic.
Which ones are the Christian ones?
Yeah, take them, throw them, all of them.
Guys, which ones are your ones? Give it to Veritas, please. They're all Muslim. All Muslim.
No, they're not all.
Which one is all Muslim? Come.
You gonna tell me which ones are not Muslim so we can handle the?
I know only 3, they are Muslim, the rest they...
Hey, we only have the guy recording for 20 minutes, so he'll record Harbin and you'll get the rest of everybody else.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Let's do it like that.
All right. What's the hadith?
Veritas act like he came from the basketball court.
Man, I'm saying Air Forces.
He act like he been hooping for the whole day. He just pulled up on some casual shit.
I'm so tired. I'm sick.
Yeah. All right. Hey, y'all know, right? No blasphemy either way.
I'm cool with this guy. It's cool. Yeah.
Everybody's good?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Alright, so cool.
Alright, so you ready now? Alright, cool. So Sahih Muslim 2749, right? It says, by him in whose hand is my life, if you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence, and he would replace you by those people who would commit sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and he would pardon them. So now I'm going to build my syllogism off of that. Are you ready?
Veritas, if you just let your voice a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit higher.
Try best.
It's okay. It's okay.
So in Sahih
Same verses
Muslim
it look like, right?
2749, it states,
Yeah, which
by
one?
him in whose hand is my life,
Give me a
if
phone.
you are not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence, and he would replace you by those people who would commit sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and he would have pardoned them. So, are you ready to receive my syllogism now?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So P1, for any agent X, if X possesses essential and necessary moral perfection, i.e. properties in virtue of which X cannot do or will evil, then X cannot volitionally prefer or actively will a state of affairs in which evil obtains. Do you agree with that premise? I can break it down for you.
Well, I just want clarification,
Right.
but I'm leaning towards disagreeing.
Okay.
So, are you saying essentially that like your premise is that God, essentially God, right, is who you're describing within the first couple words that you're talking about. That God, in this case, he cannot actualize a state such that this state of affairs would be would include things that would be considered evil. Is that what you're asking?
I'm not just saying that God cannot actualize a state of affairs that would include evil.
Volitionally.
I'm saying that God cannot volitionally prefer a state of affairs cannot.
Do you know what volitionally prefer means?
Yes, volition. So basically,
Out of his own free will, he chooses
yeah,
it.
So hold on, relax. Look, volition, right, is gonna be the faculty of the will in an agent.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Volitionally prefer means that will actively prefers a state of conditions as opposed to a different state of conditions. So I actively prefer to talk to you rather than talking to someone else, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not me permissively talking to you. I actively prefer that. An
Yeah.
agent that is all good cannot actively prefer a state of affairs in which evil subsists. Correct?
Well, sure, because I believe that any state of affair that God would, huh? Then he has to go back a little bit.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go back. Okay, are we good? Okay, so you said that an all good being cannot prefer one over the other, right?
Yes, an all good being. No, what? When did I say that? I said.
I'm
an
asking,
all-
did you say that?
No, I'm saying an all good being. Okay, which just means in this case, a being by which whose properties, right, cannot what's it called? Cannot do or will evil. Okay, then this agent who has the properties by which he cannot will or do evil, then that agent cannot prefer an evil state of affairs as opposed to a good one, because the agent cannot will or do any evil. So he cannot prefer, because the preference of evil is actually an evil.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Okay, great. So premise 2. In Sahih Muslim 2749, Allah swears an oath that he would rather a specific state of affairs to obtain, which is a state of affairs which includes sin, and then seek forgiveness, then remain sinless, going so far as to say he would annihilate a sinless people specifically to replace them with a sinning one.
I believe
Do you
that
disagree with that premise?
a little bit. Yeah, I believe that your understanding of the verse is a bit wrong.
Okay,
So
my
like,
understanding of the verse.
or the hadith, sorry, in this case, yeah.
Okay. Would you do you know what counterfactuals are?
Yeah.
So if X is the case, then Y.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you grant that Muhammad is using a counterfactual in the hadith?
Yeah, but the way you're interpreting this counterfactual is incorrect. That's
Okay,
the
no
point.
problem. So it's a counterfactual. Would you agree that the counterfactual includes what Allah would do?
Well, it depends on what
Okay,
you
great.
mean
So
by the
let's read
hadith.
No problem. I got you. Let's read the
You're
verse.
gonna just read the hadith where it says Allah would remove all
No, I'm
people.
gonna read it and then you can interpret it for everyone to see.
Oh, well, okay, you don't have, I can just interpret it without you reading it. You already read it. So guys, basically the hadith says that Allah, had there been a mankind or a people such that they didn't sin, Allah would wipe them, and essentially he would create humans such that they would sin, right? What is the interpretation of this hadith?
That's why I wanted to quote that.
Wait.
I didn't say the full
Okay,
thing.
go ahead
It's
and
very
mention,
essential.
it's okay, mention what I
Okay,
missed.
so in 2749, we're gonna say it word for word, and then you can express it.
Okay, no problem.
By him, in whose hand, so Muhammad is making an oath. By him, Allah, in whose hand is my life, if you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep, he said would, so that's a counterfactual. If this is gonna
I don't disagree with it being a counterfactual.
Okay, great.
dude.
Okay,
I
great.
disagree
That's
with your
important.
interpretation of the
No
hadith.
problem, no
That's
problem.
it.
Let's finish it.
Okay.
Allah would sweep you out. Is this pointing to Allah's causal power?
If it says Allah will sweep you out, yeah, generally that would be talking about Allah's causal power. But hold on, we understand that within the hadith, we don't assume that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions that Allah would sweep them out, that this would be an understanding of the literal causal power that you're speaking about. Because this hadith is supposed to be understood as, this hadith is supposed to be understood as that there's not a single human, right, that which exists, that is perfect, which is why Allah in the Quran, or the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says specifically that if any of you had not sinned, then Allah would have wiped you. He would have, right? He would have wiped you and created a people such that these people would sin instead of you.
Okay,
right?
great. Okay,
So,
now watch this. So, are you familiar with the Athari, sorry, I can't even pronounce it properly. The Athari or whatever, the division of will that they have for Allah, the decretive and permissive one?
the what?
The divisions of will that Atharis take, like Hitachi on her live the other day, where she said that Allah has a distinction of will, which is the decretive will, right? And the permissive will, or the decretive will and the preceptive, the will by precept, where Allah allows or prohibits or doesn't allow a specific thing to be done, and then the decretive will, where Allah actually causes something to occur in reality.
Yeah, there's a distinction.
Okay, great. So
Yeah,
is he talking about?
Okay, so for example, we agree there's a distinction, right?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
I'm
All
using
right.
that distinction.
Cool. Continue then.
Right. So is Muhammad talking about in the hadith Allah's will of precept or Allah's will by decree?
Okay, so when again we are still assuming that the way
That's
that
a
we
true
are,
dichotomy.
but it is, but that the dichotomy isn't necessarily relevant to the hadith. And the reason why I mentioned that the dichotomy isn't necessarily relevant to the hadith.
Yeah, no, I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay. The reason why the dichotomy isn't relevant to the hadith because you are assuming that the hadith is understood the way that you are assuming, right? Because you're about to continue with your syllogism and say that, oh, Allah here prefers a people that sin, which is evil, therefore Islam is false. First premise, right? So that's the point, that your understanding of the hadith is wrong originally. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand the hadith as you do.
Okay, no problem. So in the hadith, Muhammad says Allah would sweep you out of existence. Is would indicating Allah's will?
Again, brother, it would only indicate Allah's will if we understand the hadith to be literal,
so is it
right?
or is it not? What's your interpretation?
Okay, again, about the question you just asked would be categorically wrong.
You're not answering my question.
But because your question isn't no, it's not flip-flopping because hold on.
Is that Allah's will being concerned?
Brother, it's Allah's will being concerned by word, yes, within the hadith. That's
so
correct.
Is talking about Allah's will.
But hold on, yes, but the way that he's expressing it, but this is why I wanted to complete my answer is because when Allah's will is being referenced, you are understanding that to be literal, that Allah would literally wipe out an entire nation if they were sinless and then replace them with sinful people.
Relevant to my argument.
That is relevant. That is relevant to your argument because that's going to be your conclusion is built off of this, right? That Allah prefers a state of evil, therefore the conclusion would be that Islam is false by accepting premise 1, right? So now with that being said, when you ask me, is the Prophet invoking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's divine will? Well, it depends on what you mean, right? But the Prophet here is directly mentioning like Allah would, which has to do with his decree, right? But you have to understand that this hadith is not understood literal, right? Do you understand that? Do we agree on that?
I completely understand.
But do we agree?
No, of course not.
So you believe this hadith is to be taken literal, that if Allah in fact had created...
I'm not agreeing with everything you said. I don't understand what you want me to agree with, disagree with. I just want to get...
Can I tell you... Okay, let me ask you this clarifier. Do you agree that this hadith is not to be taken literal?
I don't really care, and I'm going to
You don't care?
I'm going to
tell me why that's irrelevant.
It's not relevant to the potency of my argument. And the
How?
reason why is because in the verse, when it says Allah will sweep you out, there's different ways you can interpret the text. There's the literal sense, there's the topological sense, there's the anagogical sense, and then there's the the metaphorical sense. Okay. Now, all these other senses, okay, it's completely irrelevant to doing something called identifying a predicate with a subject. Meaning, if I say Anas is human, right? Whether I mean it in a literal sense or in a metaphorical sense, it doesn't matter. I'm saying there's a true way in which I can identify the predicate human to Anas. So now, back to the hadith. When he says Allah would sweep you out of existence, you granted two things. You granted one, there was a counterfactual. So if X occurs, then Y. Then you granted that it's about Allah's will in some way. But you granted as well that there's only a dichotomy between two types of will in Allah, which is his will by decree and his will by precept. Okay? So if it's a counterfactual and if it's talking about Allah's will, then what is it talking about? Is it talking about Allah's decretive will or Allah's preceptive will? Which one?
Okay, so whichever will it is, it doesn't actually matter, and this is exactly why. I'm going to tell you guys why. He mentioned 4 different types of ways to understand text, and he said that when we talk about a subject and a predicate, right, when a subject is being predicated onto, like for example, he said Anas is human, human's the predicate, Anas is the subject, there is a way that we could say that Anas is human, right? That's what he's saying. So now my response to that is that, well, we can understand that this hadith is understood metaphorically, right?
Fine.
And
what
the way,
it conveying?
but wait, what it conveys.
It's conveying a counterfactual.
Let me tell you what. No, what's being conveyed isn't the counterfactual. No, the counterfactual is stated, but that's not the message being conveyed from the hadith. So we agree, but we're talking past each other.
The counterfactual is part of its form, as you said, because Muhammad is giving a counterfactual.
That's what I'm saying. But the counterfactual isn't signaling. The counterfactual isn't signaling what you think it is.
Okay,
no,
wait.
Can I respond? Can I? You wanted me to tell you what it expresses and what it conveys, right?
Then you can talk. Is it in any way, because you're not answering my question, is it in any way referring to Allah's will in any sense?
The hadith, is it referring to Allah's will? Yeah, it's mentioning Allah's will, obviously.
referring to Allah's will.
It mentions
What Allah
Allah's will.
would do.
Yeah, but hold on.
Okay,
But
great.
would do, you need to understand what that means.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's not
okay,
relevant to my argument.
okay,
It's
okay,
not relevant to
okay.
my
Let me. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, right? So if I say, for example, I am so hungry I could eat a horse, how would you interpret that?
What?
Answer. How would you interpret that?
Look, if you say I'm so hungry I could eat a horse, it's possible for you to eat a horse. And
What does that mean though when
sorry,
people
sorry,
use
sorry,
that? Come
sorry,
on, man.
sorry.
What are you talking
Hold
about?
on.
You could eat a
when you
horse.
say, just try to calm down. When you say I'm so hungry I could eat a horse, you're denoting the possibility of you eating a horse at the expense of your hunger.
That's not the point, brother. But that's not the point. That's not the point, though.
Because you don't understand my
Brother,
point.
that's
You're
not the
going off a
point.
different point.
When somebody
Let me
says that,
talk.
what do they
Hold
mean?
on.
What do they mean?
Hold
I didn't.
on.
You didn't
In this
answer my
verse-
question.
Yes, I just
No, you
told
didn't.
you. I just
You
told
told me a possibility is that they could
Yes,
eat
the
the horse.
person-
That's not what I'm asking
Why
you, though,
not?
right? Because you're not answering my question. You're not answering my question.
when someone says, "Hey, I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse."
Yeah.
They are denoting meaning they are giving us the idea that, hey, at the expense of my hunger, it's possible for me right now to eat a horse.
And what is that? What is being conveyed there?
Maybe,
What is being
maybe-
conveyed there?
What is being what do you mean? What is being conveyed?
When somebody says, "I am,"
their desire to possibly eat a horse at the expense of the hunger.
wow. So this guy thinks that when people say, "I'm so hungry,"
There
I
could be
could.
other things that
No,
are
no, no.
conveyed.
Stop it, Veritas.
Doesn't
This is
matter.
getting
This is
dishonest, dude.
relevant to the
This is
hadith.
getting dishonest. It is
back to
relevant
the
because no, no, no. You're being dishonest about the analogy I just gave you.
yeah, yeah.
You tried to. I'm running, but
Yes,
you just interpret.
Why are you talking about horses?
No.
Let's
Okay, we can't. No, no, no. We're not gonna do that. There's a reason why I gave you this analogy. There's a reason why I gave you this analogy, right? It's to help understand the context of what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was
And I
saying.
gave you my answer to the
Just a minute.
analogy.
You gave a
What
poor
is the
answer.
person-
You gave a
Okay,
you gave
tell
a
me
wrong
what the
answer.
person's conveying.
When somebody is saying, right, I am so hungry I could eat a horse,
Great, yeah.
they are saying they are extremely hungry. That is what is colloquially understood by what you said. But you didn't say that. But you didn't say that.
No way.
But did you say that?
No way.
Did you say
When
that?
someone says I'm so hungry, I want to eat a
Okay.
horse, they denote
Did you
that
say
they're
that?
hungry?
Did you say that? No, no, no. You said
And
that
that's
they're.
the philosopher.
Brother, you're denoting. Okay, now you're
What's up,
coping. Now you're coping. You didn't even say that. Brother, do you understand that the analogy that I'm giving you directly
what
correlates
is-
to the hadith? Do
Oh
you
my
understand
Lord.
that?
What
Do
is-
you understand
what is
that?
my argument?
Do you understand? Yeah, premise one, it basically talks about God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, cannot prefer a state of bad over good. Summary. That is essentially what premise one is. Yeah, that's a summary of premise one. Now, the reason why I brought this hadith specifically was to demonstrate that there's an analogy between the two. Your argument regarding the hadith, hang on a second. There's an analogy between the hadith that you gave and the expression that I'm giving you. So the expression that I'm giving you, you didn't answer my question properly, and then you started gesturing and saying, "Oh, really? You didn't give the answer that was required." But it's not because you didn't answer correctly when I asked you. You were being dishonest. When somebody, no, brother, listen. When somebody says they are so hungry, can you stop talking? Okay, so stop talking. When somebody says they're so hungry they could eat a horse, what they're not saying, or they're not denoting that they are so hungry they could possibly eat a horse. Nobody understands it that way. That's what you answered with. I don't know why you're making these facial expressions as if you didn't just say that. That is exactly what you said, that an individual is denoting that they're so hungry they could possibly eat a horse. I'm literally quoting you verbatim. And now that's why after that I corrected you and I said, no, colloquially, that's understood to mean that I am so hungry. Now what you said, right? That's the point. So now, back to that. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, guys, what he's conveying within that hadith is that it is not possible, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has created us only to worship Him, right? And that He created us such that we are sinners. Allah in the Quran made this clear, right? So with that being said, we understand that when the Prophet makes the claim that had there been a nation such that this nation never sinned, He would replace them with a nation that did sin. What Allah is saying, that it is not possible for you to not, quote unquote, sin, make a mistake. These things are not possible, which is what the Prophet here is conveying. And that's why the Prophet, you can also link this hadith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying He's the best of those that accept repentance, right?
Great.
So do you understand what I said?
I don't.
Can you steel man it?
Some things I did. Now let me get back to the point. So what this guy is trying to
Can
do
you
now-
steel man what I said though?
Excuse me.
I'm just
I'll let
asking.
you speak.
I know, but I want to see if you understood my
I
point.
want to say my point first.
Okay, will you respond
after?
after?
And then in our exchange we can go back.
Cool.
So, first off, what this guy's trying to do is I waste my time so he can tire me so I can't get to the pinnacle of my objection. He's not tracking the conversation. the conversation is about something called a preference relation. So there's a difference between me preferring to do something and me actively acting on that preference. All we have to do is connect the argument to the preference. What Allah prefers would occur than what Allah would actually do. So this guy yapping about, oh, Allah would do it, is completely irrelevant. All we have to do is connect the argument to what Allah would prefer, giving the selection of two circumstances. One circumstance where human beings are purely good, they do not sin, and another circumstance where human beings sin that allows them to do something called mercy manifestation, according to the scholars. And the whole point is, if Allah prefers a circumstance where people actively sin for the production of some other great making properties, such as His mercy manifestation, that is evil. Why? Because we've established that the properties of Allah, right, are such that it is not possible for Allah to will evil or possibly do evil of any sort, but actively willingly preferring an evil over a good is evil itself. If, for example, I'm going to use sin here. For example, if a woman came, right, and someone fell into lust over the woman when the woman is just asking him for instructions or whatever, right? The person would prefer in that moment to sleep with the woman. God forbid. The person would prefer that, but the person might not act on it. The person might not actively try to ask her out, right? That's in virtue of his sin. Now, that sin of him actually actively preferring to do that before marriage is already sinful. He doesn't need to actually act on it. So all we need to do is predicate the sin onto the preference, not onto the action. That's what my interlocutor is not tracking. That's why it's wasting my time. Now, back to the topic.
Where's the steel man now? Where's the steel man? Wait, hold on. Veritas,
Relax.
do you have a response? I'm relaxed.
I'm
relaxed. I'm waiting for the steel. Are you gonna steel man? No, I'm calm. I mean, you're the one screaming. Are you gonna give the steel man? So you're not. What do you mean back to the hadith?
27:49. Just keep quiet there, man. By him in whose hand is my life, if you were not to commit sin, this is something called a counterfactual. If this is the case or not the case, then this would be the case or not the case. Okay? And then he said, hey, it's about Allah's will. Meaning, if X is the case, then Allah would will X. If X is not the case, then Allah would will Y. So no matter how this guy wants to gibberate and say, oh, it's it's metaphorical, it's not literal, it doesn't matter. It's connecting, it's identifying this predicate with the subject here, which is the preference with Allah's will. That's all we need. So right here it says in the hadith, Allah would sweep you out of existence and He would replace, and this guy was metaphorical, whatever, and He would replace you by those people who would commit sin and seek forgiveness from Allah, and He would have pardoned them. Meaning that there is some true way, whether it's tropological, whether it's analogical, meaning eschatological, whether it's metaphorical, whether it's literal, whether it's historical, whether it's symbolic, whatever. There is some true way in which if there were sinless people, if there was a state of affairs with sin, Allah would have actively preferred a state of affairs in which sin did obtain and which human beings did sin, so that He could actively forgive them, which itself is sin, meaning Allah cannot be God. Simple as.
You done?
Respond to the argument.
All right, guys, check this out. Check this out, guys. So he just waffled for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now watch this get shut down really quick. So he mentioned that there was a counterfactual within the hadith, that if X, then Y. I completely agree with that, but the problem is that this guy isn't understanding the counterfactual. Okay, let's say for example, and this is why I brought the analogy earlier to demonstrate how this hadith can actually make sense, despite there being a what was it called? The thing that a counterfactual, right? He said that there's a counterfactual, therefore it doesn't matter how we understand it. But here's the thing, right? I asked him, okay, if somebody says I'm as hungry as I'm extremely hungry to the point where I can eat a horse, this person isn't saying that they are going to eat a horse. And the reason why this is relevant, guys, is because within the hadith, right, we can understand that when the Prophet ﷺ says that if X then Y, meaning if Allah would do this and this would happen, that doesn't mean that we have to take that literally. Why? Because with the example that I gave, but it is the point. Hold on. When somebody says, no, it is though. Just a minute. Stop. I don't know why you're talking. So the reason why, can I tell you why? Let me tell you why it's important though. When someone says they are, let's say for example, says, I am so hungry, therefore I feel like I can eat a horse, right? When they say that, well, do we agree that that's a counterfactual?
Just give your point.
Is that a
I don't
counterfactual?
know why you keep bringing.
Is that a
verses.
counterfactual? Is that a
I
counterfactual?
don't care. Just give your point.
Is it a
bro.
counterfactual? That's
Just state
important.
your point.
But it's important,
I
so
don't
we
have to
agree on it.
respond. Just state
Okay,
your
it is a counterfactual.
He's obsessed
But
with
despite that
eating
being the case, we still understand that the meaning of the counterfactual can influence how we understand it in general, right? So this person making the counterfactual doesn't mean that they can literally eat a horse, right? The entire point is that when we go to the hadith, we can understand that the counterfactual here is completely metaphorical. You even mentioned that being the different types of meanings, and you made the claim that, hold on, it's irrelevant, right? Because it's either that Allah prefers this or that He doesn't. Okay, well, when you see that Allah, quote unquote, in the hadith prefers people that sin, you are understanding that to be literal. That's the core issue that we are actually understanding from the hadith, that Allah genuinely prefers sin over no sin, which is the blunder itself, which is why it's exactly relevant. Can you stop talking while I'm talking? I don't know why you keep talking while I'm talking. How'd you think I finished when I'm still talking? That's what I'm still talking, right? Appreciate it. So my entire point is, guys, hold on. So my entire point is, guys, that within the counterfactual that he's bringing, he is misunderstanding the counterfactual. Argument cannot follow because the meaning of the counterfactual is wrong. How can your argument follow if your basis is incorrect, right? Can you steel man what I said now?
You're saying, how can my argument follow if my basis is incorrect? And my basis being incorrect is on the quote unquote misassumption that I have in interpreting the text as literal.
Interpreting the counterfactual specifically, right? The counterfactual specifically.
Which is the text.
Not the entire text, though. We're just making it clear for everybody.
When did I say the entire text?
You just said the text. I'm just qualifying. I'm just making it clear to everybody. I'm panicking. I'm just
said, okay,
brother, relax. You don't gotta do that. All I'm telling you is that
okay,
specifically the counter. It was just like a bad rhetorical moment. It wasn't good.
Now, anyways,
I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Yeah, back to the hadith. By him in whose hand is my life, if you're not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence. Now, this guy, the smartest guy in Islam, is trying to tell me that this is metaphorical. Okay, great. So now, even if it's metaphorical, you would agree that metaphorical statements signify something, correct?
And I already gave the signification, yes.
So they do signify something,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, and do metaphorical statements signify something distinct from themselves?
Do they? Yes, they can.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great. So they do?
Yeah, they can.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So what is he signifying when he says Allah would wipe you out of existence? Is he signifying anything that has to do with Allah's will?
Is it signifying to do with anything regarding Allah's will?
Yes.
Why is that relevant? We are specifically wait, and then he does the loud, and the crowd goes mild. Like,
said, why is
brother,
that relevant?
that was
So
horrible.
hold on.
Because that was, bro. What was that? Did you expect them to laugh? Like, what was that? Now he's
Come to Speaker's Corner. Allah's will, what he chose, what he willingly wants to do. He said, oh, that's irrelevant. That's the crux of the flipping argument. The argument
Poor
is
Veritas.
the crux of the
That's
argument
poor.
is if
Listen,
Allah
listen.
voluntarily prefers,
Stop spitting. Stop
meaning
spitting.
it's from
Relax.
his will
You're spitting, but
for
you're
a state of
you're telling me to
affairs
stop
or to obtain
panicking, but
over
you're.
a different
That's why
state
he's still
of
talking, because he knows
then
he's panicking.
That means
All right.
that he in
Yeah?
his will is preferring sin.
Okay, brother.
How are you not getting that?
Brother.
Your rhetoric is not helping you. 'Cause people
Brother,
are watching
my
the
rhetoric,
arguments.
you just tried to scream and
They're
nobody
watching the
laughed at you.
arguments, bro.
Brother, I'm trying to reply. You need to calm
you're not
down.
tracking it.
Brother, relax. Relax,
We're all
okay?
calm.
No,
Don't use my rhetoric on me.
brother. Here's
That's
the thing,
my
right?
rhetoric.
Listen,
You just
you
tried to calm
said,
down,
hang on. You asked, is there significance to this metaphor, right? Assuming that the hadith is metaphorical because
what does
he's
it
granting me that.
signify?
Okay, what is the significance? Yeah, just a minute, right? What does it signify? Okay, so did you remember this earlier about the hadith?
I asked you a question right after that. I said, what does it signify? Does it signify Allah's will?
So
'Cause that's not what you're answering.
Wait.
You're not answering
Did
that.
I give you what the hadith signifies earlier? Did I or not?
I'm
Did I or not?
asking you
Did I or not? But did I or
specifically,
not? Did I or
I'm
not?
asking you specifically, okay? Please.
Oh
just
my
listen.
goodness.
I'm asking you specifically, does it signify anything to do with Allah's will? The
Okay.
faculty of his will. Does it signify that in any respect?
In any respect?
Yes.
I mean, brother, look, the metaphorical understanding of the hadith isn't directly tied to Allah's will. That's not the message of the hadith. No, that's not the message. Just relax,
Is it
brother.
signifying
Stop.
it?
I already,
You never mentioned
I
it
just,
about directly tied.
okay. I just answered that. There is no signifying of that by the metaphorical understanding of the hadith. The text reads that.
So
The
there's a
text reads that.
metaphor- wait,
The
hold-
text reads that. I don't disagree with
Wait,
that.
do you know what
But
signification is? Anas?
brother, basically we're understanding what this hadith signifies, meaning what this hadith
What does it mean?
It's what's being conveyed, or what's
Okay.
being attempted to be conveyed.
Okay,
Okay, so stop
the
talking,
concept-
relax, just calm down. Stop talking.
Is the concept
Stop talking.
conveying anything about
Just stop
Allah's
talking.
will?
Brother, I'm
Is it
telling you,
conveying anything about
the
Allah's will?
metaphorical lesson or understanding from the hadith is not. So now let me talk, okay? I agreed with you that the hadith, the text reads that. Yes, it does read that. But I'm not saying that that's something that is conveyed from the hadith. Now, stop opening your mouth.
What are you
You're about to
saying,
talk.
bro?
Can you stop talking? You want me to repeat it? Do you want me to repeat it?
Does it signify?
Do you want me to?
anything
I
to this
already
will?
answered
Yes
this guy
or
question.
no?
I just told
Yes
you.
or no?
I just
It
told
does,
you.
yes.
I did not say yes. I said
So
that
no?
hadith. The answer is no, as
Okay,
I
great.
said,
So it doesn't
because
signify- great.
So
You
how
got an
many
answer.
times? You got an answer now?
So no.
You got an answer now.
So
It's
no,
probably
it
the
doesn't
headphones.
signify
It's the
Allah's will,
headphones.
right?
It's the headphones.
So it doesn't signify
I already
Allah's will,
answered
right?
you. I already answered
It
you.
doesn't.
Not the metaphorical
doesn't.
understanding. No.
What's understanding does?
There you go. What understanding does?
Yeah, because you said not that. You
Hold
said,
on. So this is what he
you
means.
said the hadith
He's
is
asking me,
metaphorical.
what
Now
does
you're
the
saying not the metaphorical sense?
No, brother. What I'm saying is that the hadith reads about Allah's will being related to what you're talking about. But the metaphorical understanding of the hadith, meaning what is being conveyed, right?
Okay.
What is being, stop talking, what is being signified has nothing to do with Allah's
Okay.
will. Do you know what is being signified?
Okay.
As I asked you earlier, could you please answer the question directly?
There's a bunch of things being signified. You don't know what a signified thing
Can you,
is.
but
You don't know what
I
a
literally,
signified
guys,
thing
he asked me what is signification. I
Bro,
answered,
stop.
and then he moved on to a
Stop
different
yapping.
point.
You
No one's believing
quiet.
Veritas.
Just keep quiet there.
Veritas, can you please,
said,
can you
"Excuse
answer
me,
my
excuse
question?
me, it's my time to talk."
Can you answer my
You
question?
said.
I
you
asked
want
you
to
a question,
answer the
though.
No, I'm not
You're not gonna answer my question?
I'm dodging
Okay.
your pivot.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
dodging your
How's it a pivot if I'm asking
Okay,
you?
relax.
Brother,
relax.
what
Let me
does the
get back to
hadith
point.
convey?
I'm dodging it. By him in whose hand is my
Uh-huh.
life, if you are not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of existence and replace you. He's saying that this text is metaphorical. I said, okay, cool. Metaphorical statements signify something, meaning they have a concept that they're directed towards that's distinct from the statement
It's
itself.
exactly what I said, ladies and gentlemen, but he wants to say I didn't say that.
Hold on.
We can rewatch the video, by the way, it's cool.
Brother, hold on. Now, you was talking about it conveying a concept distinct from itself. And then I asked you, okay, great. Is the concept being conveyed, right, identified at all in any way with Allah's will? So, for example...
And how did I answer?
Let me just give you an
How did I answer though? I answered, didn't I answer?
Oh my gosh.
I already answered that question. I don't know why he's repeating it, man.
Finish, bro, so they can understand. Because maybe some Christians might not track your pivoting. Now,
My pivoting?
if you said, now look, if I say Sokka would have Veritas debate Anas if Veritas was here. Now, that proposition mentions a lot of things signified in concept. Veritas, Sokka, Anas, blah, 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 blah. But one of those things that it signifies as well is Sokka's will. Sokka would actually prefer to get Veritas as opposed to any other person if Veritas was here.
Yeah, Allah wouldn't actually prefer, which, see, he refuted himself. He refuted himself. Miskeen, you refuted yourself, dude. I don't know why you're still talking after he just, you just reduced yourself to nothing, dude. Because you just, no. You know why I interrupted you? I'm not pretending. No. I'm about to tell you. I don't need to. You did, though. You definitely did, though. You definitely did interrupt. And now, I don't agree with that, but you just blundered.
We should interrupt each other?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay,
but
so
you
then
just
keep quiet.
blundered.
So
But you
keep
just
quiet.
blundered.
So keep
You
quiet.
can
I'll
interrupt
bring it
when I
up
blunder.
after. Stop being pretentious.
I mean, this is boring,
Stop
dude.
being pretentious.
How am I being
It's boring
pretentious?
Because you're wasting our time.
I'm wasting your
You're
time?
wasting the Christian time. The whole point is.
That's what I'm saying,
the whole
brother.
point is, if the concept is signifying Allah's will in any way, then he's saying that it's truly, in some sense, in any way, whether it's metaphorical, whether it's historical, literal, whatever, it's truly in any way saying Allah's will would prefer, because that's what it says in the verse. Allah would sweep you out. So there's gonna be.
But I disagree with that, ladies and gentlemen, which he can't track.
Oh my gosh.
Can't
I know
track
you
that.
disagree with
So
that,
why do you
but-
keep mentioning it, brother?
You disagree with that.
Why do you keep mentioning it? Why do you keep mentioning it?
The reasons for disagreeing with that are primitive.
How?
The stupid reasons.
How?
Because you keep bringing up someone eating a horse, saying, "Oh, if I'm hungry, I could eat a horse." That's irrelevant to this. This is not saying.
He's
if-
not
if-
tracking, ladies and gentlemen. But he can
Oh
keep
my
screaming because that's all he can do, right?
This is not just saying.
Did I give you?
if-
Did I give you? Did I give you a counterfactual, Veritas?
Please just talk.
What? Did I give you a counterfactual? Earlier you did
I
not
let you
answer.
speak, you
Can you
keep
answer now?
interrupting me,
Can you answer
bro.
now? Can you answer now? Can you answer?
Is this
Did
how
I
you
give you a
talk? Is this how you
counterfactual?
talk to Christians?
Did I give you a counterfactual?
Is that what they teach in Islam?
Did I give you a counterfactual, Veritas?
Okay, so relax. Let me finish. And
Can
then
you answer my question?
Y'all can wrap up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
we're wrapping up anyways. You know what?
So you want to do final
Can you answer
statement,
my
final
question?
statement?
Yeah,
No. It's not. It can't be final statement if I haven't even like reached like the middle of like
Yeah, so you
what we
can-
got
you can
going on
give
right
the
now.
speech now, then give
I
a
don't.
final
I don't
statement.
need to give, brother. It's not a speech. Can you just?
try to finish it in 5 minutes? Huh?
That's
5
cool.
minutes, brother. Relax.
5 minutes is cool. I'm not
Relax,
saying
bro.
5 minutes is cool. Why
Just
is,
give your closing. Just
why
give your
is nobody
statement.
laughing,
Give
Veritas?
I'm not trying to make anybody
You're
laugh.
not?
Give your
Yeah,
statement.
but you're sweating while
Give your
doing it.
statement.
Veritas, listen, man, let me tell you something.
Yeah, 'cause
Just
I got a hoodie
just
on
listen,
and it's
listen.
hot.
Listen,
You
Veritas,
dumbass.
listen,
Finish
brother.
your statement and close
Brother,
the thing.
I mean, the brother here has a hoodie. He's not sweating, right? And his shit's also zipped as well.
brother, why are you
But listen, my point is, guys, that he won't answer my question. A counterfactual, guys, a counterfactual, like he said, it's if X, then Y, right? So I said, okay, if I am at X state of hunger, I could eat a horse, okay? That is a counterfactual that he must accept to be a counterfactual. And according to him, right, then his understanding would be flawed of that, and that what I am saying in fact would be correct because it would match the hadith. Despite the counterfactual, right, there could still be a distortion such that the meaning. Okay. So with that being said, guys, we good? Okay. So guys, the counterfactual, if I am so, like, let's say, for example, Veritas, if I am this hungry, I could eat a horse. That's a counterfactual. It's if X, then therefore Y. Okay. We can still derive a meaning that is metaphorical, meaning something that is trying to be conveyed that is distinct from what is said. That's what he said. So we're agreeing on that. And we can derive that, which would be, what is being conveyed from that would be that you are extremely hungry at the hadith. Okay, what the hadith, guys, is trying to convey, which is what the brother here has been talking about, right? Sin. Now the answer is because Allah in the Quran, He said that He created us such that we would worship Him, and that the best of Muslims are those who repent. The best of Muslims are those who repent. Now what does that actually mean? That means that the best Muslims that that walk the earth are sinners, which means it's impossible for you to not sin, which is exactly what the hadith is signifying. This is what is being signified here, or what is being conveyed by the hadith, right? I hope that's clear to everybody. But do you want to get your closing statement in, bro?
I'll get my closing statement.
Okay.
So guys, watch. So there's a hadith in Sahih Muslim 2749, which states clearly, word for word, by Him in whose hands is my life. If you were to commit sin, Allah would sweep you. Allah would sweep you out of existence, and He will replace you by those people who commit sin. I already know the explanation the scholars want to give. I already know. Oh, mercy manifestation. Oh, this is just signifying that Allah would manifest His mercy. No,
stop it, bro. Come on.
That's diverging from what the hadith says. The hadith actively adds this information, this proposition that He has not accounted for, which is that not only Allah prefers someone that has, or Allah loves someone that has come to Him from committing evil, as opposed to someone that was always evil. But what it's specifically saying is Allah would sweep people that never do evil out of existence. So now, how He's trying to account for that metaphorically is just that Allah is just saying He prefers people that sin and come to Him in the end. That doesn't account for when Muhammad says Allah would sweep you out of existence, which he agreed is a counterfactual. Counterfactuals have if then this would happen. He has not explained. He has not explained the then part. He has not explained that. He's just saying, in the metaphorical sense, Allah just loves this. No. Then Allah would actually remove you out of existence if you're a sinner. That's what it's saying. So even if he takes the metaphorical sense, he has to account for that then part. And that then part would include Allah's will. Because it's just saying then Allah would wipe them out. And if it includes Allah's will, that means, guess what? That Allah's will itself, prior to creating the world, would prefer, hypothetically, I understand that Muhammad is making hypothetical statements, but hypothetically, Allah's will would prefer a state of affairs, right? Meaning things that happen in where sin is involved rather than things that happen in where sin is not involved. In Christianity, it's not like that. God doesn't actively prefer a state of affairs in which there's sin in Christianity. God permits it, right? But the only thing that God actively prefers is the glorification of His essence, which is good. And sin can never glorify God. So why would He prefer it?
Wait.
God does prefer it in their paradigm. It's gone.
Wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
All right.
Good.
Nice performance, man.
Nice.
All
Nice.
love, you know that.
It was cool.
We can talk about it later on.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you account for this verse? Brothers, wallah, I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, so just so I tell you, there'll be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous. I completely agree. Here's my problem.
But hold on. But do you understand what that's saying? What's it saying? Tell
It's
me.
saying that there would be more joy, meaning God, right, would express like His glory, right? Because I don't think God is actively just getting happy, but there will be more glory, joy in heaven. In heaven, this is not just for God, but for angels, for people in heaven.
Okay, so why is there more joy for a person that sins over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons?
Because the 99 righteous persons were never sinless. So there's the qualitative good of
Wait,
them
that's
going
wrong.
from sin.
But Veritas, God here makes a distinction because here it says, just so I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. What does that mean?
Meaning they don't need to repent because they're sinless.
What's better? One person who sinned and then repented, or 99 people who are
I'm not
sinless?
saying that it's not better. You're not understanding. That's what I was trying to tell you, dude. You're not.
No. But does God prefer to express His glory more to an individual that has committed sin than individuals that are 99 that have committed no sin?
Sometimes it depends.
Okay,
It's
then
not
it's over
that's
for you
not
too.
it.
What do you mean that's not
No,
it?
that's not the same.
Does your God prefer a state
That's
of
not the
evil
same
over
thing.
Does your God prefer a
Oh my
state of
gosh,
evil?
No,
Okay.
He doesn't prefer any evil. Why? Because in our metaphysics, even if you read St. Thomas Aquinas, evil is a privation. Evil is something called a metaphysical parasite. It takes away from being. So literally, by definition, God cannot prefer it because it doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's a metaphysical. It's a privation.
I know what a privation is. I understand. I get it.
I'm going back to the verse.
Okay.
The verse that you brought up, okay?
Yeah.
Where he says these 99 righteous people who need no repentance.
Yeah.
That means 99 righteous people don't need any repentance. They've always been righteous. God would prefer a sinner who was right, whatever, like a sinner. Or
So
whatever,
God
doing
prefers
evil
an
actions.
evil person more. Wait, hold on.
He
Up.
pref-
God prefers a person who is evil that has repented
Yes.
over 99 people who are sinless.
That's not the same thing as God preferring a state of affairs in which He willingly lets evil exist.
But it is though. It is the same.
not.
Okay, let me tell you why. Okay,
Not the same
can
at
God?
all.
Wait,
Can I give you an
is.
example? Can I give you an example?
Can I say one more thing before you go?
Okay, go ahead.
Do you agree that God expresses more glory?
Wait for you as well, but go ahead.
It's cool. One more. You can.
Yeah.
Then we'll go.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
one more thing, right? Here's the thing. So do you believe that God expresses more glory to the sinner over the 99 who are sinless?
Expresses more. I think
'Cause that's
more-
what you
I
said.
think- I
I'm just,
think-
like, going
yeah,
off what
yeah,
you said.
When I say He's expressing more glory, I'm saying more of His glory is revealed, right? More of His glory is revealed to the human phenomenological state when they sin. Meaning, if I sin, I get to see more of, and I go back to God. I get to experience more of His glory because I lacked it, rather than someone that's always been present in it. But that doesn't mean that God actively prefers that person to be in that privileged state and then come to no. He doesn't actively prefer. He lets that happen.
So why does He
That's the
reward?
difference.
Why does He reward the sinner over the sinless?
Yeah, the reason why He reward, because what's a reward? A reward is a proportion to something that someone has done for some good. And of course, obviously,
Who is better, the sinner or sinless?
Bro, you're asking so many questions.
I know. Just real quick, we're on the same page. Who is better, the sinless or the sinner?
What you mean by better? Qualitatively?
And okay.
Who's better
Is there a sinner versus sinless person,
Okay,
right?
like who's better in the eyes of God? Is what you're trying to say? Who's better? That
Come
doesn't
on.
make any sense. Let me try.
Who is-
let
okay.
me be charitable and express the question, bro. Look.
Sure.
If you're saying who is better, someone that's never sinned before God,
Uh-huh.
or someone
Who has sinned before God.
that has sinned and came back to God, both of them are equally good in quality. Okay. But better is external, meaning how God's glory is going to be more manifested in one person is going to determine the greatness, not something that not something that's actually inside God. So, for example, if God has, and He's done this a lot, He would have an atheist who has been existing in evil for a long time, and then that atheist comes to Christianity or even Islam, and from even your perspective, God's glory is increased, not because of any increase in Him, because His glory is always the same, but other individuals, because that person used to be atheist and was a Christian, but God doesn't actively prefer that person to be an atheist.
I'm with you on that
Would you
point.
agree with that?
I'm with you on that point.
Okay, so that's my
I'm with
argument.
you, but that's
That's
fine.
my argument.
Okay, I agree with
See why
that.
it's not the same?
But I still do think it's the
But you see
same.
what- how?
Because I can bring a symmetry here. Okay.
You're saying-
So hang on. One
By
second.
implication?
Can we say yes?
Okay,
Can we?
go
Well, no. The implication you just made.
No, I'm saying
In general. Okay. Yes.
This is where I
Yes.
just-
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So according to you, Allah prefers the sinner over the sinless. Allah. He prefers one to be in a state of sin than to be in a state of not sin.
Allah my statement, okay, is Allah prefers a state of affairs in which sin obtains, meaning in which sin is true.
So sin exists, and that's better than no sin existing, is what you're saying, according to Islam. That's what Allah is saying. Cool, gotcha.
Allah prefers for some state of affairs in which sin exists.
More?
If God expresses more glory through an individual, he prefers that person more than other individuals. That doesn't follow.
I'm asking you. So you disagree with that?
Doesn't follow. I don't think.
So you believe that?
I don't think it follows, but in some cases it could be true.
Okay. So how does it not follow?
Like for example, God the Father obviously prefers Jesus.
Yeah.
On account of his dignity and the way that he expresses the Father's glory.
Yeah.
But God the Father could love Abraham and David the same. However, David could express Abraham the glory of God in different ways that Abraham couldn't. So that doesn't necessarily follow.
Okay, can you repeat that last part? Look, he was screaming. I'm not gonna lie.
But Jesus, right? God prefers him on account of his dignity, on account of him being the true son. But with the prophets in the Old Testament, for example, David and Abraham, for example, obviously God could use David to express his glory.
Oh shit! What's up, bro? Sorry, he's interrupting.
To express his glory in different ways. Okay, that doesn't mean that he prefers David over Abraham.
Okay, so you're saying that so David, God expressed glory through him.
Yes, God expressed glory through David.
Okay, did God express that to Abraham?
Yes, to Abraham as well, and he can love them equally the same.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. These are two persons being exalted by God, right? Being glorified. I'm talking about one glorified, one non-glorified. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, Veritas, does God prefer the individual that he demonstrates more glory to versus the individual that he demonstrates less glory to?
The hadith doesn't just say not glorified, it says sinless, meaning
I'm with you, but just follow me. This could be a non sequitur from hell if you want it to be. Just go on, and then you can call it a non sequitur after. Okay. Does God prefer the individual? You gotta go soon? Okay. Just one more, and then you can leave. Then no problem. So you agree that God, he prefers the individual that is going to be glorified more by him than the individual that is glorified less by him.
Prefers the individual that is going to be glorified more. To be charitable, if by preference, meaning he approves of this state of affairs rather than other. Yes, on account of some good, not on account of some evil. But I'm saying
that's perfect. I'm with you on that. No, that's fine. So do you agree with that?
Because my argument is not on that.
But that's okay. But that's the point. If you agree with that, then it does.
My point is that you didn't address my argument.
Okay.
My argument is actively preferring a state of affairs in which evil is obtained, meaning evil itself is obtained. Okay. You get that? Meaning, included in this preference is going to be the existence of evil. That's not the same thing for Christianity. It's not the same thing at all. Why? Because if God, it's not the same thing in Christianity at all because of Genesis.
Wait.
That's the whole reason of your original sin.
Okay.
Because God did not prefer the evil state of affairs to happen. So when Adam did do it, he punished him by death.
Okay, can I ask you this real quick? Or do you have to go?
I'm going to go soon.
All right, you want to go now? It's cool, you can go now.
I'm going to go now.
All right, bro. Thank you, brother. All right, brother.
We can talk about, I can even talk about on your life.
Hey, brother, great conversation. We can talk about it. Hey, brother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's cool, bro. Well, it's cool. It doesn't matter. It's cool, brother. It's cool. What's going on? Take these off on you, dude. Huh?
When you were chat with what's the name?
Yeah.
Last weekend, I think it was Mansour. He chatted with him. He asked him one question. And he was on the road.
Oh shit.
He asked him, "Is Jesus not God?" The guy, you see, as he's talking, he talks about everything, but the mate instead of directly answer.
Yeah.
And that's what he kept in the whole video. Just
last week.
Yeah, this was last week for someone else. And then he's he tried to say that Jesus didn't have a God. Then he did.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
He's very smart, yeah, but
it's unfortunate.
He knows too much language. He just gives you all that.
I'm 18, akhi.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. But no wonder you're talking to
Veritas?
He's a
Yeah.
wanker, bro. Talk shit. Don't give him a chance. If you're Muslim, he lied on me. Don't give like trolling you.
Oh my
Last
gosh.
week he lied on me. Wait, I some comment. I told the little boy, don't say that. He come and put the video on my face and said, what? You want to do this to me? You make money off you, baby. I just defended you.
You want to come to peptides?
Let's go eat, dude. Just one sec. Malik. These off him? Good. I don't know who these are. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who these are. Who?
Yeah, bigger than Mike's. Yes.
Allah bless you, brother. Okay.
Yo!
Oh, brother, these are all yours?
Yeah, I mean, not all of them, one or two.
Only one of them?
No, two of them.
Oh, two of them?
And the brothers, yeah.
Okay.
Jazakallah
All
khair.
right. Well, yeah.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, brothers and sisters, I had to go somewhere and I was recording other stuff. You know how it's Speaker's Corner. We cover a lot of conversation. Thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you know, same name as well. Listen up and have. Do check out, please. Jazakallah khair. All right, let's move, inshallah. Yeah, I'll stop there. No, this is fine. No, this is mine. This one. All right, let's keep moving.